Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, they alright, but we a little rough. We're stepping for the title and face your rival. This ain't no little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef? I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is
BVO. For our viewers who don't know, tell them who the original man.
The original man is the Asiatic black man. He's the maker. He's the owner. He's the cream of planet Earth. He's father of civilization and God of this universe, Sarit. And there's only one God.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy, BVO Boxing, man. We getting ready to watch the quote. You know, dare to be great. She going up to her fourth division, to try to become a four division champion, which is exciting, going up to heavyweight. I think it's gonna be an easy fight, man, but we got my brother in the house, T'Challa, man. What's going on, Prize? What you think about this fight?
BVO, what's good, man? Shout out BVO Boxing, man. Always. Y'all smash the like, subscribe, bell icon, all that good stuff. Y'all know what to do already, man. But I mean, I like the fight because it's Clarissa, so I'm automatically gonna like the fight. I'm having some difficulties with my cable provider right now. They're giving me new login stuff, and I didn't see that email, so I'm struggling right now. But I'm gonna get it going, man. But I mean, I think she's gonna dominate, and she's gonna win the fight easily. And then I'm kind of looking past this because she said she would come down to 47 to fight the other fake Guo. But I'm looking. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Clarissa should do that from heavyweight to welterweight. That's savage. But hey, I mean, Clarissa, shout out Clarissa. She was looking good on the weigh-in with her black, sexy underclothes she had on. So I was enjoying that. But other than that, I hope my queen go ahead and do her thing. And shout out to all the queens too, by the way.
Yeah, Spiritual One. The fight is on the Zone.
The Zone, Spiritual One.
Yeah, we don't show the fights. If we did, YouTube
we be cooked.
Yeah,
we be cooked.
We don't show the actual fights, but it's gonna be a good fight, man. We give commentary and we talk about the fight as it goes. But I'll tell you this though, her going down to fight Amanda Serrano would just be a terrible
savage, bro.
I don't think she can do it, but I mean, Amanda Serrano is definitely gonna get some votes for being one of the best to do it. I mean, she basically did what Clarissa wouldn't do.
I don't like that.
She is.
She ain't the Globe.
She pioneered 3-minute rounds. It's just there's one no channel. It's an app. It's an app. It's not like a channel. It's an app. It's called the Zone app. You gotta download it on your phone.
Yeah, it's DAZN. It's pronounced Dazn, but I'm pretty sure if you got a Fire Stick or they usually advertise it right then and there. So I'm right now trying to get it on because I don't know why my.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm surprised you would say that she's the fake world. I mean, Amanda Serrano's the reason is trying to pioneer 3-minute rounds in women's boxing, which is huge.
Yeah, she ain't greater than Clarissa. She ain't done much as Clarissa done for the sport of boxing.
I would disagree with that. I think that she took the job that Clarissa didn't want to take. Clarissa didn't want to be under Jake Paul and have a whole promotion be about her. She wanted to do her own thing, which she said that Jake Paul should be on her undercard, which made no sense. But it is what it is, man. Sometimes you got to know when to be humble, and now you kind of seeing Amanda Serrano getting her just due. She's a great fighter. It's not many women fighters or fighters in general who have done
No,
what Amanda has done.
spiritual.
So
No, it's not going to be free. Unfortunately, the zone is,
yeah, we don't get a lot of free fights, unfortunately. That's the fight game.
I
When
don't
we
even know
do,
why my cable provider is telling me to some kind of. I'm looking at the email and it's saying something about identity number, but they gave me the email that says, "Oh, it's all new. Just type this in." But
yeah,
I don't know what the heck.
I don't know.
Man, they took my
It's
money.
what,
I see that.
yeah. Oh, you getting the app and you got to get the app again. Okay, I see what you're saying.
They take. I let them take it out of off the top. Out of my account. So I don't understand why I can't.
I just hope that I just tell you what, man, I hope people give Derek Chisora his credit, man. This dude is an absolute legend, man. He's a legend. Derek Ward Chisora. I gotta put him as one of my
Yeah, I gotta
favorites,
watch
man.
some highlights, bro.
I mean, he beat Joe Joyce to death. I mean, it was just to let an old man tee off on you like that. I mean, it was unreal. Um, I don't know, man. It's just, and shout out to Tyson Fury for showing some love, but Derek Ward Chisora did it again, man. And if you remember, Chisora, in my opinion, gave Usyk his best fight. I don't know if people remember when he fought Usyk. He gave Usyk his best fight. So, I mean, nothing
And he
but.
rumbled Klitschko at a good time when Klitschko was getting everybody out. I thought that he performed very well. I didn't give him the fight, but he made a Klitschko fight not boring. So I was happy with that.
I mean, if he was bigger, he could have won. Same thing with Tyson Fury, just ain't big enough.
Yeah.
And praises that sound, he just a little bit small for this kind of heavyweight division. But to see him win, I mean, props to the old man. The time was wonder, and he knocked him down.
Yeah, I saw that. Like I said, I'm about to watch I'm about to put the highlights up in a minute. Once I get my cable, I don't know. I've been out all day with the kids, so.
I just say this, man. Joe Joyce, I understand he called himself the juggernaut or whatever the case may be, but man, you cannot let people tee off on your head and think you can take them kind of punches. And this is the heavyweight division, man. One punch can change everything. And like, I mean, Chisora letting that left hand all night.
I didn't see the fight.
I was just thinking to myself, I remember Deontay Wilder being a little bit worried about fighting Joe Joyce. It proves once a guy gets knocked out, they're not the same. That's not the Joe Joyce I remember. Salute to everybody coming in. Smash the like button for your boy BVO. Hey, we got my guest in here today, the brother Ant McQueen. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's happening? What's going on, gents?
Hey, we celebrate,
good,
man. Did you see my man Derek Ward Chisora turn back the hands of time once again?
I don't know about him turning back the hands of time, but he definitely put forth a great performance.
Yo, that boy ain't gonna get nobody credit, man.
Nah, I give him credit. I just don't think we need to put anything extra on it. It was a good performance.
What you mean? Yeah, come on, dude. He wasn't supposed to win that fight, man. Come on, man.
He was supposed to win that fight based on what?
His age and his punishment he didn't took.
Shit, how old is Joe Joyce?
Joe Joyce is 34. No, I'll take that back. He's 36. My mistake. He's 36.
I just look. He's 38. That man about to be 39.
he's 38. Oh, shoot. I know he's that old. I thought he was
I don't know
36.
what's wrong with this, man. I might have to jump off of the line real quick and call them because why isn't this working, bro?
Yeah, do your thing. But I don't know.
Yeah,
Man. I think
let
that
me go. I'll be right back.
you thought
Let me get my
Ward
stuff
Jasor was gonna
straight.
win this fight, man.
My God, Tim Layton. Yeah, I thought he was going to win this fight.
Oh my God! Hey, did you see the way he beat? Did you see the way Joe Joyce beat Joseph Parker?
That was how long ago? And then also, here's the other thing with Joe Joyce. It's the juggernaut, man. You just coming forward, static ass high guard. You don't move your head off the line. You don't jab consistently. You know, it's only but so long you can play the durability game.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He really ain't. It's not much to him, man. He just really was just standing there getting hit by the left and right hand all night. I just never seen that. Like he wasn't even trying to move his head. Like I don't know. It was cool to see the old man get a win like that, man. I didn't think he had it in him because I seen the way Tyson Fury just obliterated him that last fight. I thought it was over. But what you think is next for Ward Jasor after this, man? That's a huge upset. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't think that's a huge upset. I think that's a bit of a stretch right there. A
Oh,
huge
here we
upset.
go. Here
I
we
mean,
go.
shit, the man got stopped in 2 of his last 3 fights. How huge of an upset could it be?
You cold blooded, man. Salute to my man Chris from Arizona, man. He said, I'm thinking about starting a podcast. Do your thing. He said, what you think I should? He said, what I'll do, man, hit me up and I'll let you come on here for a little bit. He said, salute at my brother. He said 40 for Jasor. Me too.
That's what I'm saying. Them guys are close in age.
I don't know, man. I
We're
can't
not
believe
talking.
you.
We're not talking about some wily veteran versus the spring chicken. These guys damn near the same age. Give or take a year and a few months, something like that.
So if I listen to Ant, that means you don't give Ali credit for beating Cleveland, do you?
We're not talking about Ali. We talking about goddamn
I'll
Joe
just
Joyce
see how you do
and Derek
that.
Chisora.
You
Nah,
see how
we got to
you
stay
do
on
that.
task. We got to stay on task. We can't be out here conflating.
I like how you just did that, man. You tried to move the goalposts on me, and I see what you just did. My brother ain't give Ward Jasor no credit. That was a huge win, too, man. I don't think nobody thought Ward Jasor was going to beat Joe Joyce. But let me ask you this, man. What do you think this new fight does for Clarissa, man? If she was able to win this?
I think it does the same thing that it's always done for her. She's gonna be Clarissa Shields. You know, winning this fight, I don't think it moves the needle for her. She's already got 2 gold medals, undisputed several times over.
Yeah.
She's already solidified. She's already etched in stone. So, what
Yeah.
can
I
this
mean,
really do for her?
it's showing that she's crazy. And that's one of the things I love in fighters. I love when fighters are like crazy. Like when you see Terrence Crawford going to fight the Dream. You know, because I always thought it was crazy that Floyd wouldn't fight Triple G. And Triple G don't come to 54. He wouldn't fight him. So, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I like when you see people doing crazy stuff like that, man. I don't know,
I
man.
don't think I don't think that's necessarily crazy. I feel like it's just a natural progression, especially for a guy who's what, in his mid 30s. He was talking about how 47 was tough for him as well. And then you look at Terrence Crawford, you look at his frame,
Yeah.
he doesn't look blown up. That's the one thing we see with guys sometimes where they move up in weight and they just look blown up and they look out of place. This guy, he still looks like a damn action figure at 54, at least from what we've seen. So
Yeah.
he's adjusting quite well. I just think it was just a natural progression. It wasn't a
Yeah.
quantum leap. Now, going up to 68, that would be the quantum leap to skip
Yeah.
straight past 60 to go to 68
I
in the
just I
event that
just
he does
hope
that.
I just hope that Canelo get his credit when he stopped him. That's the only thing. Because Canelo really need a fight like this, man. He really do, man. He really need a fight like this. Uh, because to me, I think Canelo lost a lot of points, man, when he did this bull crap fight now. Who's this bum he's fighting Berlanga, man? That's crazy. I don't know about you.
Well, not in the eyes of his fans, man. Many of his fans, they like him, they support him, and they come out. It doesn't matter who he fights. He could be fighting goddamn Yildirim, Rocky Feldon. It doesn't matter who Canelo's fighting. People are coming to see him. A lot of people didn't know who the hell John Ryder was, but they know Canelo's in the fight. They're gonna champion this man, endorse him with their dollars. So I don't think that he's gonna lose any lose any fans or lose any sleep over the opinions of detractors, because the people who don't necessarily support him or they're neutral, that's not what he's concerned about. It's all about the box office and pay-per-view and all that other stuff. The people support him, they're going to support him regardless of who he fights. So
Yeah. The reason I say that is because when I look at Canelo, I'm a big supporter of Canelo. I'm just shocked that out of all the people you could fight, you would fight Berlanga. We want David Morrell. We want Terrence Crawford. We don't want, you to fight Berlanga. You want to knock Berlanga out. I mean, to me, I don't mind him not fighting David Benavidez. David Benavidez took his ball and went home. He had 75. So there's nothing that Canelo can do about that. He left and took his ball home. But he should maybe fought maybe Morrell, maybe fought Mbili. Those kind of guys I don't want to see him in the ring against,
well, let me see where Berlanga is in the rankings. Let me see where he is. Let me see. Because I'm not opposed to guys getting their opportunities either. That's the other side of it too, that I try to keep in mind as a fan. Where
because he's from Brooklyn?
No, I don't give a fuck where he's from, but just a lot of these guys, they come up through the amateurs and they have goals and aspirations of their own. So for them to be in a position to where they have an opportunity to materialize their dreams, like I can't knock it. I'm like, hey, like it's very difficult for me to say like, oh, well, this guy shouldn't get this opportunity. Yeah, another fight may be more appealing, it may be more attractive, but just the fact that this person is getting a shot at their dream, they've always wanted to become a world champion, and now they're in position to do so. It's like, I'm not mad at it. And I'm looking at Berlanga right now in the rankings. He's number 1 in the WBA, number 4 in the IBF, number 4 in the WBO, and he is 9th in the WBC. So I'm not mad at him getting this shot. I say, hey, you get this shot, make the most of it. Hopefully it pans out for him the way that he wants it to. But in the event that he does it, fuck it. You had an opportunity. That's more than many people can say, especially in a game like boxing where it's not a meritocracy and it's not based on, the merit of your skill and your work, but your affiliation and things of that sort, being connected. So if you can get in position to get that type of opportunity, I say milk it for all it's worth. Best wishes to both guys.
Yeah, shoot to my man Tommy. What's going on, man? The Invisible Man. How you been?
Bro, we had a catering job, man. I got off my job, went into cooking, stayed up, set up, went up there and served people. Was about to drive my aunt to Vegas, man, but something happened on the freeway where some lithium-ion batteries exploded, man, and they shut down the freeway. So I'm thankful for that dang shutdown, man, because I've been out. I missed the meeting this morning, everything, man. I forgot I was here on a more domesticated capacity. so like I'm back, like I came back to America, dog. But what's good with you? First and foremost, man, shout out to the loquacious and ubiquitous Aunt McQueen, man. Shout out to my main man. Respect. And shout out to my man, the Asiatic black man, BVO Boxing. You know what I'm saying?
My man Ant was going at my man the shore saying that wasn't a big upset.
What wasn't
I thought it was a terrific performance, though. I thought he looked really good. I was saying in the Apple chat, man, you look at Chisora, you can see the guy clearly knows how to fight. I like his upper body movement, but for whatever reason, they just haven't seemed to prioritize conditioning with him. He looked tired damn near every fight.
Yeah, I
early on, like 3 rounds into the fight. You made a fantastic point, man, referencing, or I should say, citing that fight with Usyk. He came out firing on all cylinders. He had Usyk moving around. He had him very wary on the back foot and everything, and he was putting a lot of pressure on, man. He was relentless with that pressure. But then towards the middle rounds, he started to slow down tremendously. I'm like, damn, if he would have been able to sustain that pressure, the fight would have been far more competitive throughout. And shout out to Usyk for figuring that out, because Chisora was up in his chest, man. He was bringing it to him.
Suits my brother hardcore, man.
Hey, you definitely got to shout out Usyk, man, because there are fights where he's in some dog fights, but he finds a way, man. And like true champions, they find a way, man. No matter what's going on against them, they can find a way to take what you're doing as a strength and capitalize against it in that moment just to eke out a difference, man. So, I got to give Usyk his dap. I still say Daniel Dubois won that fight
Yeah.
on technicality, but what I didn't like from Derek Dubois is how he allowed that to take him. When you're in a boxing match, man, there's going to be many ebbs and flows in the fight. You're going to be winning. I seen it out of my man, Tommy Hitman Hearns, man, fighting Sugar Ray, man. Seen him dominate Sugar Ray. And I seen Sugar Ray come in and start dominating him. You got to pick back up, man. And the great ones do. And I feel that, hopefully somebody in his corner is telling him, like, yo, man, no matter what go down, you still got to hold to that game plan. That game plan was beautiful. He was boxing. He was out boxing the boxer. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
no, I ain't gonna lie, man. Joe Joyce, man. Yeah, I was excited about. Hey, you missed the hardcore, my man. Ed was just talking about that. Just saw him getting that huge upset. I'll just say you this, man. When it come to boxing, man, Joe Joyce is pretty overrated, because watching him his last few fights, all he do is just come forward. Like, he don't got no type of brain. He just like comes forward like a zombie. He get hit clean. He don't move his head at all. I mean, no wonder he getting stretched out, man.
He's just a victim of somebody who can hit hard, but he's there to be hit hard. And
I mean, just the
unfortunately,
way he beat Parker, man, was just so nasty. I thought he was better than he was. That's all. For me, I thought
well,
he was
like
better than he was.
like you say, like, there are some times where you get away with, still being in the way. And, in that fight, he got away with being in the way. And Parker, you know, you got to say that he learned from it. Because after that fight, my man Parker put on boxing expedition. But, Chisora, like to Ant McQueen's point, man, he watches a lot of boxing, man. So you got to pay attention to what he said. He's always had pretty good upper movement. He's always been a very good boxer. He's even possessed a little bit of pop every now and again, man, but he just didn't have he didn't have stamina. And when you in a boxing match, you're throwing punches, you're dodging punches, you're taking punches, man. That's a lot of energy you're expelling. If you don't have that energy to continue to last, man, or endure, it's gonna catch you. And in times where you're really, really, really vulnerable, that gonna make the most coward of you. So, that's when he falls victim to a lot of the opponents that he's played. But he's been in almost every fight he's fought, man.
Yeah, just
Great, great boxer.
well, not the Tyson Fury fight. Tyson was beating the life out of him. He's beating the life out of him in the
Shout out
fights.
my guy Jake Hardcore from Boxing News. I'm sorry I couldn't be there this morning, man. I was at a catering job, brother. All nighter once again. Look at the queen.
My man, my man Puerto Rican Tommy said, I never thought Joyce was good. Joyce is losing to Dubois until he hurt Dubois. Yeah. I don't know. Joyce, I mean, I'm telling you, man, maybe that win with Joseph Parker just really got me like, wow. Because I remember hearing Deontay Wilder, my favorite fight, he's talking about, well, not him, as trainer Malik Scott saying, that's going to be a tough fight for us. I don't know. But what you guys think about Deontay Wilder possibly going down to Bridgerweight? You think that'd be a good move for him, or should he retire?
I think he should do whatever he feels is appropriate for where he is right now. not just in his boxing career, but also in his life. I think that's
Yeah.
the most important thing. Keep himself intact. If he feels like he can rekindle the flame, I say, hey, go for it. But I think that's the thing that has to happen for him. Because I've been watching these damn interviews, these post-fight press conferences, and it's been night and day. You know, that damn Hellenius post-fight press conference where he was crying, and then there was that moment that they shared together in the hotel room where he was just hugging him for like 5-10 minutes and just apologizing to him. I'm not saying that he's got to be out there wishing death on people like he did with Bermain Stavern. I don't think he's got to do that. But there's definitely a certain level of ferocity necessary in order for him to be most effective. Because as we've seen, the issue that he's had in his last 2 fights, it's not that he can't punch. He's just not letting his damn hand go. You see, he's just holding on to the right hand. It seems like he doesn't want to hurt anybody. It reminds me of Serrano in Major League. And remember the Japanese dude, he had to remind him of who he was. He's telling him like, yo, bro, you have no marbles. And I think that's what Deontay Wilder is right now, where he just has to be reminded like, yo, you are the bronze bomber. And it's like, if he's not willing to be the bronze bomber, then I think maybe he should consider hanging it up. But if he feels as though he can have somewhat of a renaissance or a resurgence, I say go for it.
Yeah. I think the only thing that get me with Wilder is some of the mistakes he used to get away with. Like a good fight that I watched that made me think about when he fought Zhilei Zhang was when he fought Luis Ortiz. When he fought Luis Ortiz, he got hit with that same left hand because he would throw that right hand kind of lunge. Almost his head would go past his knee. You know what I'm talking about? That's a bad habit that Wilder always had. When he throw, he let his whole body go with it, and his head be wide open. And it's like this time when he got hit by Zhang, he like turned all the way around. It's just like, I don't know, man. It's just I think when you look punch drunk like that, it's time to hang him up, man. It's just time to hang him up.
Surprisingly, in the amateurs, his technique looked pretty damn good. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because I had went and rewatched several of his amateur fights just to see what his technique looked like. And it's astounding. It's not just him, but there are quite a few fighters where you see them as amateurs, you would expect that they will look far more polished as professionals. But that's not always the case. It seems like some of these guys, they reach a level where they become victims of their success, and certain things that are working, they forget why it worked in the first place. Like with Deontay Wilder with that power, and then, you know, he started buying into the hype. These guys got to be perfect for 12 rounds. I only got to be perfect for 2 seconds. And then he just abandoned everything that he had worked on.
But
as
I say that,
an
I
amateur.
ask you this. Do you think him having Mark Breland, not having Mark Breland anymore, hurting? Because I felt like Mark Breland was doing a better job than Malik Scott. What do you think on that?
Yeah, quite possibly. But even with Mark Breland, it seemed like they reached a certain point where Deontay Wilder had it made up in his mind that it was all about him and not the tutelage of his coach. That's the other thing too. Guys got to remain coachable, you know. As Black Jesus would say, your mind's not ready and your heart's not open. You got to keep your mind open. You got to keep your mind ready and keep your heart open. You know what I mean? You got to be like fertile soil, being willing to receive that good insight. If not, then, you know, you see what we see with some of these guys where they end up getting hurt because they're disregarding their coaches. So yeah, you've had a certain level of success, but now you can't just completely abandon everything that got you here.
And then on top of that, man, you know, the toxicity that he had outside the ring too, man. You know, that always bleeds in to what you do in the ring, man. I mean, he just like Ant said, he got to have a renaissance, so to speak, man. He got to bring it all the way back to what it really mattered. See,
Uh-huh.
what really mattered to him was my daughter. And
Yeah.
I'm going to go in here and I'm going to use this tool to get what my daughter needs so that she can have a better life. Now he got to rededicate his focus if he want to continue. I mean, because the man, like you said, he used to have better form back in the days when he wasn't even a pro.
Yeah, for
He
sure.
Fetty Wapped it. You know what I'm saying? Can't remember how to rhyme no more because he got a new style that works well for him, and it's called "Put You Out on Your Tail." And see, "Put You Out on Your Tail" work good when you know everything is firing on cylinders, but when you're not firing on cylinders, it's gonna have you caught out there. And unfortunately, these last two things, he was caught out there, man. And he didn't have the proper dedication as it looked peers to the sport. You know, he's in there training, doing pirouettes and stuff like that. Who does that in the fight? Like
Yeah.
Ben Whitaker. So you know, you're not that showman. So I agree. Like whatever he want to do,
Mm-hmm.
he just got to remember that whatever brought him to this sport, whatever drove him to be successful in his sport, he got to find that and he got to capture that, recapture it. So division matters not, like, because he can still hang with heavyweights, but it's just that when you don't have it, these
Uh-huh.
bigger people will show you that you don't have it a lot more easier than probably a smaller person. But it's some deadly folks down there at what's the name? And plus, like it's freaking Wilder, man. And he brought a lot of great memories to the sport. So he has definitely earned the right to say, like, man, I want to give it a try here, see how this feels. But I do think that he definitely need to rededicate himself to the sport if he want to continue to go on.
Yeah, I think I get what you're saying. The only thing about it with Wilder is I'm telling you, man, him and Tyson Fury took a pound of flesh out each other. And when that happens, man, I don't think people understand. You really almost are never the same. When you get in wars like that, it's impossible to be the same guy again. And just looking
I
at it,
believe that
man.
has merit. I believe that has merit. Let me ask you this question though. Do
uh,
you think that let's forego the fight. Let's
uh,
bypass the fight and just focus solely on the preparation. Like
yeah.
the several weeks, the months that it took to get to the night. Do you think that there's a chance that Deontay is at that point now where it's like, man, I don't even know if I want to get myself ready
Mm.
to compete, because
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. You hear some that a lot of great fighters say when they lose the desire to train, it's the end. It's the end. And you seen how Deontay Wilder didn't like to run. You seen how he didn't like to hit the heavy bag. It was just one thing after another, and that stuff doesn't get better as you get older. It gets worse. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just think, and you guys forgive me. I got a very it shouldn't happen, but I got an emotional attachment to Deontay Wilder because he's my favorite. So I'm not as objective as I need to be with him at times, but I just think really where he's at in his headspace, it's time for him to retire, man, because I haven't seen Deontay Wilder that fought Dominic Brazil in a very, very long time. You can feel the electricity when he talked. You know what I mean? It's gone. It's gone, man. I don't know.
Well, that's what Dan was talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's gone.
You
yeah,
can't be coming up
similar.
here giving.
Huh?
No, I was just saying similar sentiments. That's it.
Yeah. You guys share the similar sentiment right there, man. You can't be out there doing like infomercials at 2 o'clock in the morning type positions for fights and things like that with flames in the background. Your favorite Sauvignon block up in your hand, swirling, talking about let's get together and make an epic movie, baby. You know what I'm saying? It just don't
I
have
think
it.
they like the money. I think it's just like Adrian Broner, man. They like the money, that cash, man. If we being honest, it take you so long to get that money, and then you get there, and then what it takes to stay there is so difficult, man.
Hey man,
That's
because
why.
like, no, that's a fact. No, that's the thing that I will give Terrence Crawford. Like,
Hmm.
man, you can say what you want about him. He stay in that gym, dog.
Yeah.
He know that wherever I gotta be in a ring, it starts in this gym. And I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna be ready for whatever comes my way. Cause I'm
Well,
gonna be prepared.
let me ask you both this. I'm gonna ask Anthony to answer, then I want you to go, Tommy. Do you think that the fact that Terrence Crawford has had a stable home life is what's made him so special? What do you guys think? Because I think that's been a secret code for him. People don't know. Coming home to your wife, that's kind of a cheat code to the game. What you think about that, Ant?
Uh, I think if anything, I think that having a stable home life in a lot of cases is more so a reflection of the person, the individual. 'Cause you can come home, but be coming home to some bullshit. Or you can come home and you could be, talking to your wife crazy, beating on your kids, and just being an absolute tyrant.
Yeah.
But if you're able to inject some equanimity, some peace, some
Uh-huh.
equilibrium, some balance in there, then I think that it's a reflection, Like they always say, when you get on the plane, you gotta put your oxygen mask on first in the event of whatever taking place. Because
Hmm.
how the hell are you gonna be able to help somebody else? Help somebody else if you can't help yourself. And I think that if his home life is what we believe it to be, I think it's more so a reflection of his habits and his character and him being able to impart that on his family. And then in turn, what he gets from that, I do believe that it does carry over into the ring. What I mean, having some sort of structure and like that shit goes a long way. Cause a lot of us, we just going through life just real haphazard, just like any way the wind blows, just doing things on the whim. No real plan, no real structure, no regimen. It's just getting up and going, moving like a rolling stone. So yeah, I think that it definitely helps for sure, for sure.
What you think on that, Tommy?
Yeah, nah. Same thing, you know.
And the reason I say that is because I was reading this article. I got this old Sports Illustrated, and it's like I think it's the 30th anniversary between Muhammad and Joe Frazier's big fight in Manila. And the thing that Muhammad keeps talking about in this article is that he felt like he could have been even better if he didn't have so much turmoil in his romantic life. Like he was having children, having to go see those children, um, in the middle of divorce. Because Ali would meet a woman and he would just leave whatever situation he was dealing with and just leave. And he felt like now that he was an older man that kind of hurt him. And I was wondering if you guys think that translates to the ring. I think both of you guys agree with me. It does because if you got a stable home life, man, it just makes life so much easier. It really does. And even a guy like Muhammad Ali, as talented as he was, dealing with all those issues with the kids and the women could have not been easy for him, man. Especially in the doggone 70s, man. Couldn't have been easy.
Yeah, stability always gives you a better ability to move and navigate throughout life. No doubt about that. You know, it's been proven now with pigs. They take a
Uh-huh.
pig that's been stressed and place him in a tank of water, and all he'll do is roll around in a circle right by the exit, squealing. Where you show one that's been you show one that's been issued nothing but love and support, the other one will find around. It will swim until it finds the way out. Not squilling and doing any such thing. So stress definitely affects us, and it affects how we cope and how we deal, how we think through things,
Mm-hmm.
how we navigate. So that being the case, you know, having something secure to come home to, something that you believe in better or more so than what you believe in this ring, always gonna center and ground you and keep you there when you're going through the storm. That being said, I mean, it wasn't always peaches and cream for Crawford. Crawford mom, boy, was
Yeah.
there to give him some testament to what the tough times are to be. And how the person who you believe is supposed to be the one that's going to have your ultimate back can sometimes not be there in the capacity that they need to be for you, and what you going to do then. So I think he's had the best of both worlds, and
That
he's learned
shocks
how
me,
to cope.
man.
Go ahead.
I know I said that just shocked. I didn't interrupt, man, but that just shocks me, man. How his mom would be towards him, and they still got a relationship. That's a testament to him as a man. Cause they got a relationship, and she just seemed like she hate the dude. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong in saying that, but man, I had a buddy who did an interview with her, and she said some wild stuff about Terrence. Did she go to that's her son? I don't know what you got. Steve. My bad. Go ahead, Tom.
Well, no, just sometimes you get that type of adversity, and it helps when you in a violent sport in the ring, where it depends on you besting somebody else when they may be getting the best of you, or letting them know from off rip, like not today, not on my watch. So I think it helps him and it shaped him to be the person that he is right now. A lot of people have a problem with Crawford. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And people fail to realize that we're all different in our own ways. But the things that we have to go through and endure shape us in a big way. And some of the things that he probably had to be privy to probably wasn't some things that were ideal for people to have, trust with other folk, and to care what other folk even think or feel or need, because that's not what they were shown. So, you know, like I say, man, watching them film studies with my man Ant, going through things, sometimes, man, we won't even on camera, man. We just be having conversations, and them conversations just be like pure gold, because it's like points being brought up and talked about or discussed that most people ain't even catching, and it's pertinent. Like we call Earl Spence the truth, but the truth is going in there every night in the ring when you could be doing anything. You could be out partying. You could
Mm-hmm.
be doing this and doing that, and going in there and dedicating yourself to your craft, to be ready for the moment, whenever that moment may strike, to give your command, peak performance on command, peak performance upon command. And that right there is clutch, man. Being able to give peak performance upon command. And you got to give your boy Crawford his props, cause hell, dog, that's right there ain't easy. It ain't easy to be that dedicated. It ain't easy to be that true to your sport and to yourself and to your focus, to your drive, to your thing, man. I'm not the biggest Crawford fan, but I can appreciate somebody that's given everything that they have to being successful in the thing that they truly do. And I mean, I'm not about to let somebody else's opinion of it sway me from that. And
Yeah,
I had to
he
have some
seemed like an
help.
evil dude, man. That's
I
all.
had to, but I had to have help in seeing that though, and seeing the greatness that he displays in that aspect. Because there's many forms of greatness, but most of it comes from within. And they say that this stuff is only like really truly 10 to 15%, maybe 5 to 15% mental. I mean physical. Most of it is how you approach it, the things you go through in your mind, and condition yourself to say, when this moment comes, I better be ready.
maybe it's just me, but I don't know. It seemed like Terrence Crawford just got like a chip on his shoulder, almost like Sonny Liston, where I don't know who did what to him, but he almost like he hate the fans. I don't know.
Nah, you can see the respect he got for Spence. Right,
No,
on that
I'm
game.
talking about the fan. I'm talking about the fans. Forget Spence. I'm talking about the fans. Like you never see them like blow kisses to the fans or none of that. Just like it's
You
always
gotta understand, bro.
F us.
You gotta understand. Most of the fans got an opinion that they outside of the ring, they ain't never even been in the ring. Never even been in the ring, and they talking about what he doing or what he should be doing.
Well, I don't think you gotta do a sport to know the sport, to be honest. I don't. What you think, Ant?
No, I think as long as you study diligently and you're earnest when you're offering your opinions,
Mm-hmm.
and it's based on reason. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. As far as Terrence Crawford is concerned, a lot of people were Errol Spence fans, myself included.
Mm-hmm.
He did a damn demolition job on Errol Spence, an intern. Folks just can't accept it. It just is what it is.
You
It just is
remember?
what it is.
You guys remember when Errol Spence came into that Fedora fight with Tim Zoo, and you could just see how everybody lit up when Errol came in the room? You'll never see that with no Terrence Crawford. You'll never see that.
I don't know about never seeing it because there were some fights that he had when he was in Omaha and people hold him in a high regard out there.
Not at home. Spence wasn't at home.
No, Spence wasn't at home, but that was also a PBC affair. So, he's one of the flagship fighters for that banner. So naturally people are gonna gravitate toward him. And here's the other thing too with Terrence Crawford. I think that Top Rank
Mm-hmm.
with their model, they don't necessarily put their fighters in positions to become bigger stars because they're still fighting on TV and they have contracts with, ESPN or whomever it is. So they don't really delve too deeply into pay-per-views. And I feel like that is somewhat weaponized against fighters from Top Rank. Like, oh well, this guy don't sell nothing. Well, it's like how many pay-per-views has he really been on? They don't really have much of a sales history to determine whether or not
my
people
main
would
thing.
actually support the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Like how many pay-per-views has Terrence Crawford realistically been a part of? Like how many for us to say
Probably 2, right? Well, 3. I know
for
you
us to
fought
say that this guy
American.
hadn't sold, so and everybody who bought that damn Errol Spence Terrence Crawford pay-per-view was not an Errol Spence fan. There were plenty of people who were rooting for Terrence Crawford as well. So,
But why? But let me ask you this: and why does he hate the fans? That's my thing. Him and Shakur hate the
I don't
fans.
think they hate the fans. I think that they take a realistic approach with the fans and just knowing that it doesn't matter what you do. Once people have their mind made up, it just is what it is. The goalpost will be moved. If you don't like Terrence Crawford and he beat Errol Spence, then you're automatically going to say, well, he needs to fight Boots or he needs to fight that person or that wasn't really Errol Spence. He was compromised. There's going to be some sort of asterisk next to that victory. He ain't really a star. He ain't selling like that. Errol's the A side. He gave this dude way too much. Whoopie woo woo. It's like if you already felt some type of way about Terrence Crawford, you're gonna have something to say regardless of what he does. And I think that Terrence Crawford is well aware of that. I just think that he just has a certain level of awareness as far as how he's received.
I feel what you said. I just more or less hate the fact that like these guys feel emboldened to be disrespectful to fans and say stuff like "F the fans." We don't.
Yeah, fuck the fans, man, because the fans are disrespectful themselves. The fans are disrespectful themselves, and I don't give a fuck about none of that. You pay for tickets and this, that, and the third. Well, how about this? If you don't like the guy, just don't pay for his fight. Whether it be at the box office or a pay-per-view, or if it comes on ESPN Plus, don't tune in. If you got a DAZN description and it's not a pay-per-view fight, just don't tune in. Don't support with your viewership. It's that simple. But you got a lot of fans that are extremely brazen with their disrespect, especially when you look on platforms like Twitter, when you got people getting at fighters talking about how they will whoop their ass. Like I've seen people have full-on disputes with Jamel Herring talking about like, yo, we need to line it up and this and it's like, yo, like you ain't Shakur Stevenson, motherfucker. Like Jamel Herring will likely put hands on you.
He'll likely put hands on you.
He would likely put hands on you. You know, more than likely, there's a 95% chance that you would get hands put on you. Like, remember that damn Brian Scalabrine challenge when you had people were disrespecting Brian Scalabrine, and then he was busting all these fans' ass one by one. He was like on the revenge tour. This shit was on YouTube. It's like you over here thinking like this dude is a bum because he ain't LeBron, but he'll whoop your ass.
Scalabrine was busted. They royal.
So yeah, man, fuck these fans, man. For real, for real. And then it's a shame that you gotta distinguish and discriminate in order for people to understand what that means. It's not all the fans, but when you say that, it's a blanket statement, right? Like he's generalizing. He's not talking about all fans, because clearly the people who support him, he rocks with them. You know, this dude appears to be generous with his time, but for all of the other people who, no matter what they do, they have some sort of criticism or they want to denigrate, yeah, well, fuck you. Simple as that.
My nigga's Thomas Hill. Prove that, man.
Yeah, like fuck these fans, man. For real, for real. Dude said he was gonna knock out Lennox Lewis. Yes, exactly. You see, like what Big Dog Willie just said. That right there. Like some of these people are just so loose. Just loose. Slow as hell to praise, quick as hell to not criticize in a positive, because here's the one thing about criticism. Criticism doesn't have to be a negative thing. I feel like it's pretty neutral until the agenda is revealed, you know? Like, because you can give somebody positive critique too, but you got a lot of folks out here where they just have nothing but negative things to say. Nothing but negative things to say. Like, I'll equate it to this. If I were to spit in your face, I don't get to choose how you retaliate after I spat in your face. I can't say, well, you should have never slapped me, or you should have never cut me, or you should have never punched me, you should have never shot me. I should have never spit on you in the first place. Once you get spat on, your reaction is your reaction. And that's exactly what it is with these weird ass fans, man. They spitting on these boxers and spitting on one another. This shit is toxic all the way around. You look on Twitter, you got people exposing folks' personal business or trying to expose people's personal business, trying to, land-based people. Like, it's wild. Well, this guy is doing XYZ. Well, it's none of my fucking business what this guy does. He makes YouTube videos. I don't give a fuck what this guy does. So long as this dude is not like, a fucking rapist or involved in something heinous like that. But outside of that, like, I don't care what this dude does. But that's all you see on Twitter and on YouTube. YouTube is going at one another, threatening one another. over boxing opinions. I was watching one morning, these guys, they were talking about Usyk and Fury, and the conversation spiraled so far out of control. It went to people talking about each other's dead mothers and all this. It's like, yo, this shit is too much. I was watching one channel. These dudes were talking about Greg Hackett and how they would do X, Y, Z to him and how he be dick riding boots. But it's like, yo, more than likely you probably get the fucking earth, wind, and fire slapped out of you. Messing with a dude like that, especially a guy like that don't even really bother nobody, for real, for real. But for whatever reason, you know, anonymity, it turns people into goddamn Clark Kent. And that's why I try to treat everybody with the same level of respect. I don't give a fuck who it is, where they from, what they do. It's like, yo, male, female, in between. It's like, yo, I try to be a gentleman as much as I possibly can. Even with guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just like, oh, let me just talk nice to women because they're women. Like, no, like same thing with dudes. But a lot of people don't operate that way. People like to blow smoke and push buttons and all that other stuff. So yeah, man, fuck these fans, man. Fuck them. As long as that check that says, you know, Top Rank or PBC or BLK Prime or whoever the hell it is that's promoting the fight, as long as that shit clears, fuck these fans. Get your money. Do your thing. Because these people are going to have something to say either way. And they don't even know why the hell they criticizing. They just doing it just because. Because it's something to do. Yeah, I am Aunt McQueen, and that is my TED Talk. Fuck these fans. Fuck them. Even the positive ones, man. Even the yo, that's the one thing, man. I'm just learning about life in general. Even when people have positive things to say about me, I can't get too hung up on that. Especially if how I feel about myself or how I'm viewing myself and whether or not I'm hitting the mark that I'm saying that I know, you know, internally, intrinsically, like, yo, this is what I'm capable of, or this is the standard I'm trying to set for myself. Even if you giving me positive praise, it's like, you know, I don't want to be no fake humble shit, no fake modest shit, but, you know, say thank you, keep it moving. But what does it really amount to if I don't really feel that way about myself?
Hey, that was a hell of a point right there, bro. I was listening to the radio, and it was a celebrity who was going through a whole lot of stuff, and she was keying on that same note, like the things that she had suffered through and had to endure had her feeling at her lowest point, and people around her knowing what she went through and seeing how she looked like she overcome or rebounded was saying like, hey, you know what? You're looking really good. Man, you should be really, really, really thankful and stuff like that. And she was like, it wasn't something that she was ready to unpack nor to process and deal with because she knew what she was going through inside and how she was feeling and how she felt like she was looking that when she was hearing it. Yeah, you know, it's all glowingly positive, but it feels like you're just really spitting in my face because I know that it's not the case. And, you know, I never really thought of it like that. It's like when people go through times of bereavement and they're suffering the loss of a loved one. And you trying to tell them, hey, like this too shall pass. And, you know, you give it time and, you know, you got to move on. Like people not really trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? And we got to be able in that moment to allow them people just to have that moment, just to ask about them, tell them you're dead.
Nah, true indeed, man. I've been thinking about sin a lot lately, and not in a heavy theological sense, but you know, the etymology of the word, like the root that it has in archery, which literally means to miss the mark. And I'm thinking about like, yo, what the fuck is the mark? Like every day, like what is the mark? So if somebody tells me, "Oh, you're doing great at this," and I'm like, "Damn, no, I'm really not. I'm really not. I don't want to be out here pretending for people.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's an excellent point too.
I don't want to be out here. I don't want to be out here pretending like everything is like, nah, it ain't. I'm not saying that it couldn't be. I don't have the capacity to turn things around, but yeah, you know, I say all that to say this: fuck those fans, man. Fuck these fans because most of them are wishy washy anyway. Most of them are wishy washy anyway. They just want to roll with whoever it is that's winning. Is very much Demeter Joe out here, the great Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately?
Hey, that's what's up, man. So what you say, BVO? Let's hear your take, the black Asiatic man.
BVO probably done fell asleep. I ain't heard from him. I ain't heard from him in a minute.
Checked out.
All right, but we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep the party going. Keep the party going.
So you know what is next for your boy Derek Joyce, man?
Who, Joe Joyce?
I'm sorry, my bad. I haven't combined the two fighters. Yeah, JoJo.
I don't know what's next for Joe Joyce. Maybe continue to fight. I just don't really see him winning too many fights moving forward. It feels like that cloak of invincibility has been stripped from my guy Joe Joyce.
Exactly.
For a number of years now, he's been the juggernaut for his ability to withstand and just walk through pain and pressure. But now, like I said, it seems like the cloak has been stripped. See those last two fights that he had with what's his name? Big Bang. Got his orbital bone broken in one. Then he got knocked out in the other one. He got dropped tonight by a right hand. And he used to be very, very sturdy. So I wonder how much of this what would I call it? I would say like an attenuation of durability. I wonder how much of it is physical and how much of it is mental. Like you were alluding to before, you know, just how much the mental plays into all of this. Like I wonder how much of it is mental.
That's a great question, man, because a lot of it got to be mental, man. Because like you said, the things that used to happen are not happening right now.
I'm over here watching this Rivera Roldan, man. Michelle Rivera, that is. This dude Roldan, he's putting some damn pressure on Rivera. I ain't gonna lie. This is a big ring though.
Yeah, that ring is huge.
They zoomed out right now. You can only see one half of the ring.
Shoot to my guy Bruce Gas.
Are you back with us?
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. He said, one second. Oh, I get what y'all saying, man. It's so much to this fight, man. It's the stuff that you don't see that play a big part too. That's one thing I'm learning. It's the stuff that you don't see, man. Because Monday, man, I got to talk to Bernard Hackett. We're gonna have Bernard Hackett on the show on Monday. Time I can't wait. Get to hear from him.
Yeah. Now,
Very
Bernard
nice.
Hackett is an excellent interview, bro.
He's a
That
very
man
nice
right
guy
there.
too.
Say one more time.
No, I'll say he's a very nice guy. He came through in Philadelphia. Very pleasant dude.
Oh yeah. Oh, he came to
Yeah.
the actual house.
Yeah. He came to the Airbnb at the meet and greet, man. Shout out to the JBT.
Yeah,
But yeah,
for
he
sure.
pulled up and he was an absolute gentleman. Came through smiling from ear to ear, shaking everybody's hands, and
Yeah,
very generous with his time and so on and so forth. Just a classy individual, man.
yeah,
All the way around, man. Like you could tell in the way he answered, bro. Like he can be going, they can be going through some serious, extreme difficulties. And they calibrate it to the point where, you know what? This does not matter. This is a part of the process. This is to help us to get to this point in this stage. So we thank them for this. You know what I'm saying? They allow us to go through something that's very, very pertinent to help us down the line and down the road to be more efficient with our decision making and the way we navigate through these situations and circumstances. Like even within the fight, man, that was a tough fight. Like people got to give Pete Dobson his respect, man. The dude is a tough, tough fighter, and he's a very, very skilled fighter. And you know he ain't gonna make it easy on you. And
no,
that's what my man needed, man. Because you know, as you get up in talent, you get up in difficulty in how to figure your way out of a tough time. And right there, he got a nice, you know, sample size of how difficult it is going through them seasoned vets. Now that being the case, he acquitted himself very well in that ring. You know what I'm saying? He handled himself nicely, man. Yeah, he got tired a little bit. He didn't do everything he needed to do for every single round, but he fought a professional, a consummate professional. And for his young career, you know, he learned some valuable lessons, man, and he held himself in that ring like a champ. So, you know, you could tell that both of them, but especially his father, understand that, man, all this hard work that we've been putting in and, you know, being aligned with these people, it's starting to pay off. And we're starting now to reap some benefits out of this thing. I'm starting to see something very real and definite materialize in my son's career. And that man, you know, can't do nothing but respect him, man, because he respect everything about the sport. He put it in proper context. My bad.
yeah. I was thinking about him recently when Tio trying to fight Josh Norman Jr. What you guys think about Tio going to fight Josh Norman Jr., man? I mean, sorry, Brian Norman Jr. Why I said Josh? Brian Norman
You over here thinking about football, man. We got a month to go. A month to go, big dog. Gosh, Norman. I think it's a good fight. I think it's a good fight. I think it's a great fight for both, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's a great fight for both. One thing I will say, you know, I've heard people make mention of Tio's power maybe not being the same at 140, but I'll say this. In that last fight with Claggett, he showed a hell of a gas tank because I can't recall him throwing that many punches in a fight in quite some time. You know,
Yeah,
he's
a long
typically a little
time.
bit
Yeah,
more
for sure.
economical with his punch output, and he looked like he was in really good condition. So I wonder if going up to 147 and having to cut even less weight, what that would do for his conditioning. And if so, I think that we would be in for all action fight because Brian Norman Jr. is a guy, he's a workhorse. That guy, he's letting his hands go. He's very active. He's heavy on the front foot.
Yeah.
And as you say, you know, TL is special on the back foot. And if
Mm-hmm.
Brian Norman is letting his hands go and Tio is able to replicate what he did with Steve Claggett, letting his hands go to that extent, I think that would just be an all action fight, a terrific fight.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would say we would agree. And if he beats Brian, if he beats Brian Norman Jr. I think this might set him up to be a Hall of Famer, man, being a three champion. You know, and two of them, you know, original 16 divisions. I mean, original 8 divisions. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. But I don't know, man. I'm just excited about boxing in general. But this is a huge ring. Clarissa must plan on running today. Yeah,
if
that's a
he
big.
did that, BVO, Tio would be a 3-division world champion. And then not only that, but he'd also be a lineal champion again because he would be beating the man who had the belt. You know, he wouldn't be fighting for a vacant. So yeah, I think Tio's definitely got a great case for himself. But then also, depending on how he beats Brian Norman Jr. in the event that he's victorious, I think that it may tell us a lot about how he could potentially fare against some of the other guys at 147. It's a very intriguing matchup all the way around.
Yeah, I mean, the only person if we talking straight up boxing, only person that'll give him some trouble, I think, is Boots, because Boots has shown himself to be a terrific athlete. I mean, and we know when somebody's a better athlete than Tio, he doesn't seem to respond always the way you think he should. I mean, because I felt like when he fought Jermaine Ortiz, he let Jermaine Ortiz get away with way too much. What do you guys think?
Yeah, but I think with Tio, I think that it's an over reliance on his athleticism because there were quite a few moments where if he had prioritized just fundamental, just basic positioning, he could have made it. He could have made it a tad bit easier on himself, but instead, his punch selection wasn't complimentary of the range that he was throwing him from. Like especially with that right hand, he was throwing that shit from too far out. So that now he's got to lunge in. And then you got a guy like Jermaine Ortiz. He's got quick feet. He's able to just boom, swim out or pivot out, and then boom, he's putting himself in position to evade the attack. But I feel like with Tio, if he had jabbed his way in position, then he would have been able to stabilize him. That's for one. And then also with Jermaine Ortiz preferring to move to his right, which would be Tio's left side, which is the weak side. If you fire a left hook to keep the guy in place, you corral him, you use that left hook like a lasso, then you can start putting the right hand behind it. But Tio, I felt like he was just a little bit too impatient a lot of times, and he just wasn't prioritizing positioning. And I personally believe that he's far more capable than what he's shown. I don't look at fighters like him, guys that have they clearly have innate abilities, shit that just jump off the screen. You see the guy Tio doing backflips. You see when he's getting in his bag, when he's loose, when he's having fun. Clearly the talent is there. It's so much, in my personal opinion, it's not what he can't do, it's what he's not doing.
Yeah, for sure. I'll tell you what though, man. Dang, I wonder, is she gonna be able to Clarissa with this big ring? That's my only thing. What you think, Tom? You think
I think this is the ring that your girl wanted.
The heavyweight?
Nah.
Clarissa?
Yeah. So that way she can move around on her. Man, this ring is huge.
She gonna run from her, I see.
I don't know if she gonna run from her, but it ain't gonna be no Tim Zoo in the Australia type ring where you take 2 steps and you against the ropes.
Yeah, that was a playpen. I don't know if you.
I mean, at that point in time, man, your boxing skill set got to be extremely heightened, because at any minute you against that rope. And I noticed that's Tim Zoo's type of ring. He loves those types of rings because he gets you against that rope. And it's your tail, Mr. Postman.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. But let me ask you guys this though. So if Clarissa was to lose this fight, what would you guys say?
I would give credit to her opponent because Clarissa Shields is a terrific fighter. Anybody who beats her, you had to have a great night in order to make that happen. So we've seen Clarissa Shields hit the deck in a fight, and still get up and cruise to a pretty sound decision. So she's a tough woman to beat. Hell of a fighter. And I think that she's only gotten sharper under the tutelage of John David Jackson. Like, you look at her defense from when she first turned pro to where she is now.
Oh, night and day.
She's improved tremendously. I think the only thing with Clarissa, in my personal opinion, and this is just me nitpicking, I think offensively, she's a pretty good counterpuncher in her own right. I think that it's just a matter of her just refining her punch technique. Like, she still has some of that Conceição, because that's the one thing I don't like about Robson Conceição. Is like, I think he's got good ability, good IQ, but the way he shoots his right hand, where he's slapping and cuffing with it as opposed to turning it over and punching with the knuckle, I think that it just completely stifles his offense from being as effective as it possibly could be, just from just like sloppy technique, or just I wouldn't even say sloppy, but I would say more
inefficient technique, man.
Amateur technique.
Amateurish, yeah.
Yeah, like he's just trying to score points. He's not really trying to inflict any damage.
No. Let me ask you this while we up here, Ant. I had a good friend of mine who boxes and said that Olympic and amateurs change the way boxers fight, and that most boxers stay away from the Olympics because when you go to the Olympics, you stop getting knockouts. You think that's true?
I can see a case for it. I can understand it. You know, Timothy Bradley actually alluded to a similar sentiment during that damn Robson Conceição Shockey Foster fight, and he was talking about Conceição's technique, and he was saying that he believed that part of it was Conceição marinating in the damn amateurs too long, because Robson, he didn't turn pro until like his mid to late 20s, because he's an Olympic gold medalist too, if I'm not mistaken. So he's another one of the guys that stuck around for a little while and hadn't really developed the pro style.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense, because it's ultimately about winning points, and it's about boxing in its purest sense. So yeah, we love knockouts, and it's the ultimate, most decisive way to win a fight, but it's not the only way to win a fight. You know, you can also win on points. And the amateurs, they seem to operate more like game managers in football, where it's like, all right, we're going to take care of the ball, we're going to drive it down here, and whether or not we get a damn touchdown or we score a field goal, as long as we leave the red zone with some type of points, it doesn't matter. And at the end of it, I got to make sure I got more points than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And ain't nothing wrong with it being a game manager neither, because so many people who call Tom Brady the greatest quarterback of all time, he is nothing more than an elite game manager.
No, you see when he had Randy, I used to think that's what I seen when he did what he had Randy.
When he did what he had Randy?
Yeah. When you gave him a Hall of Fame receiver, the man looked unbeatable.
Facts, BVO. He was, once he got Randy, he was airing it out. That was like his shit. What did he do? Like 50 touchdowns, something crazy like that.
Yeah,
he wasn't just out there. He wasn't out there just dinking and dunking and just moving the chains. He was definitely a lot of explosive plays, for sure.
And they said he couldn't do it, but no, he didn't have the person to do it. So once I seen him in 07,
have the personnel.
When I seen him do it in 07, I said, "Oh, okay, Tom Brady is that dude." Because let's be honest, Marvin Harrison probably could have been better if Peyton Manning had a stronger arm. Tom Brady, like, he had no problem reaching Randy out there. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
He had no problem reaching him out there. I don't think nobody ever reached Randy the way Cunningham. What is it? Is it Cunningham? The dude split
Culpepper. Dante Culpepper. Yeah, but Culpepper.
The one that came back.
Nah, you talking about Cunningham when they almost won the dang title, but my man Morton Anderson couldn't hit a freaking free field goal.
Yeah.
Or extra point.
Yep.
Culpepper too.
Culpepper can reach him too, but I'm just saying.
Culpepper was airing it out, but Culpepper didn't have the accuracy that Tom Brady has. Tom Brady's got the accuracy and he's got the arm.
Yeah. And it make you say to yourself when you seen Tom Brady with a real receiver, you know, it made it clear that he was better than Dan Marino and Joe Montana, which is
man,
tough,
boy,
man.
putting some pieces out there.
I just can't believe how big this ring is. Maybe I'm tripping.
But see, that's the thing, man. Like that to me, like that's part of boxing. Yeah, it's part of like gamesmanship as well too. But how do you overcome when you got a big ring? Like, what do you do? Because it's a lot of ring to cut off. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's a huge ring, man. How big is that ring, you think, bro?
Probably like 22 by 22, but still, even if there is a lot of ring to cut off, it still is finite. You know what I mean? It's not like you can keep going on and on and on. So you just got to find a way, and then
Yeah,
that's
what
where
made my boy
prioritizing positioning comes into play. Nah, man, because I get tired of hearing these. Oh, the guy is running. Nah, cut the damn ring off.
cut it off
can
the
be
right
done.
way. Make you freaking tired if you running.
And if I'm scooting
Walk
that shit,
him
you
right
still
into an
go right
area where
past
he
me.
can't run no more.
That boy ain't cold. I remember Ant said he need to cut Jermaine off, not tell Jermaine to stop running. He need to cut him off.
Yeah, cut him off.
Yeah, that's real talk. That's real talk, man. I don't. It's boxing. Is the dude supposed to let you hit? Like, see, is he supposed to joyce the fight?
No, I don't expect that, but don't run from me.
It's like dealing with the universe, the Most High, God, Elohim, Allah, Jehovah, whatever you want to refer to the Supreme Being as. You
Right.
don't ask for things to get easier. You ask to be better equipped to deal with whatever it is that you got to face. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Like, no, don't stop running. No, cut the damn ring off.
Cut the ring off,
Make
man.
it happen.
Hey, Ed, you know one thing about you, man? I think you can't take me any lower and you just lay in the street, man. This brother said, cut the ring off. It's funny. One thing about Ed, he gonna make a boxer work for that money, man. He gonna make a boxer work, man. You gotta come in there, you gotta cut the ring off. You gotta
But is
find a
that
way
not his
to.
job, though?
It is, I guess it is.
I mean, you're not supposed to just follow him around. Because if you
I'll never
follow him,
understand that. That's what
yeah,
Shakur was doing. That was just because I'll be honest, all jokes aside, Shakur fought a really good fight, but the fact that he kept following that dude around was just ridiculous. Like, was he even thinking? Why are you following him?
ooh. Okay.
Probably didn't work on that in camp, man, because he's not accustomed to being in that position, and that's why you got to work on these things and have plans, and then have contingency plans.
And you know what, too? On top of that, and it pays to have people like Ward and Crawford in your corner. Because they right there not letting him get away with what he trying to say, like the reason why. Like, nah, man, you know, when you're going, you got to work behind this, and you know, you got to be more effective with your pressure. Like, you just can't follow. You got to set stuff up and whatnot. And I mean, like, they said it in such a way it was out of respect. Like, bro, like, we know you have this in you. You know this. And can't let that moment get you in that ring to the point where you're outside of what you know about this sport. And it probably won't resonate from everybody else, but it definitely gonna resonate coming from them. Because you talking about two people that are expert at figuring this out in that ring.
Yeah, that's a good
And
point.
they coming with stuff from the heart. Like, man, I love you. So I'm telling you, dog, you could have done more.
Yeah.
You just sitting there chasing. He told him, like, man, you just chasing him right now. Why you just chasing him? Like, you abandon this, you abandon that, man. This is your bread and butter.
Yeah,
So, man, it's good to have people like that in your corner, man, that ain't gonna just let you believe that what you saying is so. Sometimes what you saying is just a reason to mask what you didn't get accomplished. And we all do it at times.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man.
We all do it at times, man, and it doesn't serve us anything. They go back to what Ant was talking about. Like, you can give me glowing reports. Everybody can tell me how great I am, but if I inside know that ain't so,
I'll tell you this, man. I knew Ant was pretty was pretty rough, man. When my man said, "Hey, don't complain, cut the ring off."
yeah, you what we complaining for? I mean,
And
and
it makes sense when you think about it. It do make sense when you think about it, because complaining ain't gonna do nothing. It ain't.
case in point, bro, you saw the, what is it, blood, sweat, and tears?
Yeah,
Right.
My man said from A to F, we're prepared for it.
yeah, he did.
And they said that he does that. They said they had him prepared.
Yep.
They were so prepared that they were over prepared, and he used everything that they prepared for against them.
Yeah,
Yep.
they did. They did.
And then the other thing too is this, man, is like when you look at some of these things under closer inspection and you see that a lot of the times it's just the small things. If these small things were altered, then it would likely yield different results. Like Thomas
Yeah,
Hill had pointed out, the same thing with Boots and because we had rewatched this fight together, Boots and Karen. There were quite a few moments where Boots just got impatient and he jumped the gun instead of closing the distance, working behind
yeah.
a jab. He's leaping with a damn hook.
Walking
And
towards him instead of scooting. All that. Yeah.
yeah, and you're leaving an escape route for this guy. Now he can just boom, duck underneath the hook and pivot out and then get on his bike. But it's like if you would have closed the distance first and trapped him in the corner, then you probably could have had a more successful engagement. But instead, you get impatient, you throw this big ass hook from too far out to where now you got to leave your feet from Timbuktu. And then now this guy can see it coming from a mile away. And then he can not only brace himself, but he can evade it, pivot out, get on his bike, and then boom, now he's moving. It's like if you were just a little bit more patient and you just took your time and just worked your way in, closed the distance, eventually you're gonna hit that mark.
And in both instances, the two that we just said that juxtaposed with one another, both of them received excellent coaching, telling them what they're doing, what they need to do, and stop letting the moment take over.
I think you point to something that's very, very true, and is that overall in boxing, there's been probably like all sports, there's a lack of fundamentals, man. You said something a while ago about how guys fall in love with what they do best. I mean, I think Rolly's a great example of that. I thought Rolly, and it's hard to say much about Rolly because he's a two-division champion, but I was expecting so much more from Rolly as a fighter, and I feel like what we've gotten is just nowhere near what he could be. I feel like he fell in love with his power, man, and now he just like stuck. You know what I mean?
Who's that?
Rolly.
Nero.
Rolly? Oh yeah, but Rolly's a convert too. Because remember, he was a judo practitioner prior to taking up boxing. So he's a guy that's still pretty much learning on the job. He's still learning on the job, and I think that's why a lot of his application looks a tad bit clunky and awkward at times. Like when
Just
you
like
see him
learning,
moving around, he just doesn't. Yeah, he just don't look smooth when he's his footwork, and sometimes you'll see him. You know, he'll make a guy miss with his legs, but he'll put himself too far out of range to be able to counter.
What do you think about? What do you think about when Roy Jones was saying that Shakur shouldn't stop moving, but he should be careful how he moves and moving too far out of range? Was that
I
a fair
agree with him.
assessment?
I agree with him. I agree with him. I agree with him 1000% because now you're leaving a lot of opportunities on the table. So it's like, yeah, you're keeping the other guy from hitting you, but then now you're also taking yourself out of position to work. And that's what real ring generalship is. You know, it's not just so much a matter of not being hit, because like folks like to say, right? Like it's hit and not get hit. It's not just not get hit. You got to do the other part too. Is like Teddy Atlas always says, the fun part. You make the guy miss, you make him pay. But if you hopping too far damn out of range, and now, you know, you might have had an opportunity. Like let's say a guy, you fighting an orthodox fighter, and the guy throws the damn right hand, and he overcommits. He falls over his front foot. Now he's a prime candidate for a left hand over the top. But if you take yourself too far out of range, now you can't work. That shot is unavailable to you. So it's like finding that right balance. And I believe part of it is temperament. And then the other part is comfortability. Just knowing that, okay, this shot is going to fall just short, or there's a possibility that I may even be hit. But you're looking at it like a chess game, right? People always talk about how boxing is high-speed chess.
Yeah.
If you hit me with a damn jab, but I hit you with an uppercut, that's damn near like trading a pawn for a premium piece of rook, a knight, a bishop, even a queen. So I'll trade that what's name for that. If I can take your what's name, if I can take your bishop or your queen, I'll give this pawn up if you dumb enough to take it.
Shakur just looked so much better, man, when he was coming up, and looking at him now, it's just like, what happened to? I even made a little video, man. I miss the old Shakur, man. What happened to the dude who was throwing hands, man? Where is he at? That's boxing for you, man. They build these, they match these guys up so good, they make you think they can do stuff they really can't do. You probably never can throw hands like that, but.
Well, that's the thing, though. He has, though. Because there's been fights where he was letting his hands go, like the Conceição fight. He was letting his hands go.
Yeah.
Even, believe it or not, the fight that he had with, what's my guy's name? No. The other one where people say he was running.
Nakatila.
Nakatila. You go rewatch that fight. He was putting fucking hands on this dude.
Yeah, hands and feet on this dude. He definitely was getting out the way from dude's power. Because you can see the respect for his power, though.
Not like that. Not the way people make it seem, because I had to rewatch that fight. We actually rewatched it on the Casuals Corner from beginning to end, and it wasn't as advertised. I think what happens sometimes is folks hear one person say something, and it's like that telephone game, and then now all of a sudden it just gets perpetuated.
Like that's what happened.
Yeah, but that wasn't the case. Like if you go rewatch that fight, like he was putting hands on Nakatila for real. Like there were quite a few moments in that fight where he actually had Nakatila on the back foot, where he had him apprehensive and second guessing whether or not he wanted to come forward. Like he didn't look like he wanted to encroach Shakur's space whatsoever. So he's had moments where he's let his hands go. I think the thing is with Shakur is usually when it's him on the back foot or it's neutral positioning, not him having to come forward and go get the guy like we saw with Artem. And then when he had to go get Artem, he had a lot of difficulty cutting the ring off and then also choosing the appropriate shots given the circumstance where you got a guy who's moving to his right. Why the hell you ain't throwing the left hook or throwing the left hand in general? If he's moving to his right, which is your left, you should be punching in the direction where that guy is going to impede his progress. But Shakur wasn't doing that. He was literally just following him.
Yeah.
And what good is the pressure if there's nothing, coming from it? The pressure is only, but my thing is this, the pressure is only as great as the threat. That's why I always like using that basketball analogy. Like if you got a guy like Steph Curry is out on the 3-point line. If he pump fakes, nigga, you jumping. Because you know he can shoot.
You definitely jumping.
You know he can shoot. And then here's the thing. If you don't jump, then he can rise up and shoot anyway. But if you do jump, then he could put the ball on the deck and drive around you. Now he's got options.
That nigga give you a hezzy, you moving.
Right. Because you just
Yeah,
don't you don't want him to score. And with Shakur, it's like if you coming forward, but there's nothing coming from coming from you offensively, nothing's coming from your hands, and it's like, okay, why do I even have to respect this pressure? It ain't real pressure for real because there's no punches coming.
Yeah, and the flip side of that also was my man was there to be hit. Even though he was there to be, like people saying he was to survive mode and this and that, he was still there to be hit. And that's one thing that I respect Andre Ward for. Andre was like, yo, no, he was there for you to get him up out of there.
Oh yeah.
He wanted to go. And he really did, man. My man was over there hitting him with some hell of a body shots, bro.
Yes, he was. And there were a couple of times where Artem was looking at the ref. Anytime a guy gets hit with a shot and it's clearly legal and he started looking to the ref to intervene,
get me out of here.
He ain't like it.
Yeah, he ain't like that not one bit. Hey, yo, this Rodan Rivera fight been entertaining like a mug, though.
Now Rivera been boxing his tail off, man.
Yeah, yes.
I gotta give him his credit. This ref looks like he looked kind of like Lawrence Taylor from the side. LT.
My man show up. He go by the damn stadium. The lights is on. Is there a game today?
Rivera looking good though.
Looking real good.
My favorite thing you said, I forgot to play. Go get the court.
He looks sharp, man.
Nah, he has. That's what I was saying in the BVO before, like with him going up to 140. Because remember when he fought Frank Martin, he had tested positive for whatever those PEDs were.
Yeah, that weight cut.
That's supposed to aid him in his weight cut. So maybe being at 140, he's a little bit more revitalized now, rejuvenated.
Yeah, he's looked good in the 3 matches I seen at 140.
Especially that one against Lipinets. He was on the back foot the entire time, and he never stopped moving.
You ain't never lied.
Yeah, he just looked better at 140 overall.
No, he does. I mean, the power doesn't look anything crazy, but just his conditioning. That dude looked like he could probably run a marathon or something like that, man. Because to go 10 rounds and he's not breathing heavy, his movement doesn't look labored. He's just in cruise control.
Yeah, and he's moving laterally well too. In that Frank Martin fight, he could not move to save his life. And his power not looking crazy. You're right about that, but it does look sharp. It looked like when he landed, my man, you got to think about that for a second. And, hey, if he got to have that quick time to think, hey, it's good enough. It's just that when you get up there with some people that really like to brawl and can take it, you're gonna have to shoot the hell out of them punches.
Yeah, I had a good time at H-Town. The only thing I say is a lot of driving, man. H-Town's a lot of driving, man, to nowhere. But quality of life, I see how people live in Texas, man. The quality of life is outstanding out there, man. It's outstanding.
I had similar thoughts about Orlando, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you because I was just out there this past week out in Orlando.
For a family reunion, right?
Nah, I wasn't out there for no family reunion. They had went out there to, they had rented an Airbnb. My lady and her sister and the kids and everything. I didn't want to be out there for that long. They were out there for like 17 days. I'm like,
you guys went to Disney World?
I ain't go to no Disney World. I took my daughter and my niece to a Fun Spot America, and I just went there because I wanted to get on the wooden roller coaster. Like I'm a wooden roller coaster enthusiast. I don't even know why I like the wooden roller coaster. Yeah, but I'm gonna give you the quick backstory. When I was a little youth, my grandmother had took me on this roller coaster called Rolling Thunder at Six Flags Great Adventure. And ever since then, I just like wooden roller coasters. But yeah, they got this one at Fun Spot America in Orlando called White Lightning. And I was like, listen, tomorrow, this is the day I got there. I got there Tuesday. I said, look, tomorrow, which would be Wednesday, I'm going to ride the wooden roller coaster. Whoever's up, you can roll with me. The only two kids that were up was my daughter and my niece. And we had a good time.
That's what's up, man.
But
It's always fun.
back to the quality of life thing. Over here in New York, man, certain restaurants are super expensive. Like the price point is ridiculous. Like, for example, Chipotle. You get a damn bowl at Chipotle, it's like $18. That shit was like $9 down there, $10 for the same thing that I would get back home.
That same stuff.
Same stuff.
Water, a gallon of water was $1.49 at the doggone gas station.
Hey, that's like what.
$4. What?
No, I was gonna say what you were piggybacking off of. That was what Hardcore was talking about that bodega getting all that damn food for $9. And he ain't lying. Like, nigga, Chipotle out here high as hell.
Man, we went to a Mexican bakery, right? So the bakery was slick, man. They had it to where you go up with a tray and you get the stuff you want. And you know, we all got a bunch of stuff, man. We left over like 7 bags for like $9, man. $16. That would have easily been $150 in Cleveland. It's like the South might be where it's at, man.
Hey, did you try that Trill restaurant out there in Houston?
Oh yeah, man. The best burgers I ever had in my life, man.
The Trill
Even
burger?
even the vegan one was really good, man. The vegan one, I thought it was meat for a second.
Did they season them though? That's what I need to know.
Man, they seasoned perfect. I mean, I'm talking about for a fast food burger. I've never had a burger that good, man. You would have thought mom or somebody made that. Somebody made that with some love, man. Only thing that the fries suck though, because everybody in Houston got the same fries, but the burger.
That seemed to be the case, man. Because I just had what's the name for the first time Thursday night before hitting the road. I had what the hell do you call it? Fat burger. Because we don't have fat burger up here in New York, so they had one down there in Orlando, and I was like, man, I gotta get the fat burger because I remember even as a kid, 2 in the morning got the fat burger, even saw the lights of the Goodyear blimp, and it ran. So I'm like, I gotta get the fat burger, and I had the burger was fantastic. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The burger
the fries was like
Barbuno.
I wouldn't call them garbage, but they kind of like run of the mill.
You nice, man. They garbage, man.
No, they weren't. He might
like steak. He might like steak fries though.
No, the fat fries was like but they also got the skinny fries too though.
Oh, okay.
They got the skinny
was
fries.
Garbage.
I mean, they were cool. It wasn't. You know what fries I like? I like the ones that still got the skins on them, like at Five Guys Burgers and Fries. Like
yeah.
Like the hand cut fries with the skins on them.
Man, and they fill you with a bag of fries too, boy.
It'd be too much fries, man.
It'd be way too much fries, man. Way too much. I remember I was like, damn, I think you made a mistake. He's like, oh no, that's how we serve our fries. Like, I said, damn, all these, I could have just got me some fries, dog. I'd have been straight.
Right.
Yeah,
I love fries.
If you eat them fries before you eat the burger, you ain't even gonna make it to the burger. That's how many
You're
fries.
not making it, bro.
Too many
That's
damn
a whole
fries.
lot of fries, or that's a whole lot of starch.
Yeah.
And it's real potatoes, bro. Like dog. The fries is good, man. The fries is good. I love the fries.
My favorite fries are the ones. I don't know if y'all got Checkers or Rallies out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like them Rallies fries.
Nah, they too good. They too good. That's why I don't fuck with them. With that seasoned salt, man. I don't know if they probably put like Lawry's on them. It's like it got too much flavor.
Yes, Lawry's on them boys, man, for sure.
They too good.
They be putting Lawry's and they be putting chili powder in it a little bit too. That sucker be hidden.
No, they too good. It's just too much flavor. It's like after you have like, you have a handful of them because the first couple fries, man, it's just pure bliss, especially when them joints is like blistering hot. You
Oh
like,
yeah,
damn, and they crispy.
man.
Like, god
You don't
damn.
even need no ketchup or nothing, man.
Nothing. I don't even dip them shits in no type of
Yeah.
condiment, no sauce, nothing. I just eat them just plain like that.
And the burgers
They,
the burgers ain't all that. So sometimes you can go just for the fries, man.
what is good though? Them little chicken bites that they got. Them little popcorn chicken things.
Oh
I
yeah,
get the little chicken bite box, little $5 chicken bite box.
yeah.
Damn, I might have to slide over to Checkers right now. I got one up the street for me.
He said the front little chicken box. They be
Get a
good.
little $5 chicken box, man.
Ain't no doubt about that. But yeah, In and Out wasn't good. Like everybody made it. It's
In
a
and out,
fake
I do
McDonald's.
not like.
It's a fake McDonald's.
And their fries are Garbino. And
So
them
is
made
that,
with real potatoes too. And them bad boys is Garbino. It's like they fried the life out of them bad boys.
yeah, that's a good way to
How
put
you fry
it.
them and they get like salty?
I don't think they're potatoes, Tommy.
They're supposed to be because they be having the potatoes and the peanuts there.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They probably frozen.
But
You know,
Trill Burger, I'm telling you, man. Don't get me wrong. It's expensive as I don't know what we got. So we got two burgers. It was $35. And that's what only one combo. That's crazy, but
man, I had one just last night, bro.
That was
I
the
got
fat
off
burger
work.
experience too, bro. Cause my lady had a damn she got the impossible shit because she don't eat meat. She got the
yeah,
impossible. And it came up to like $32. I'm like, damn, like
For that,
all we
just
got
for
was
that burger?
we got two burgers, fries, and little fountain drinks. You know what I'm saying? And I
yeah.
didn't even drink the drink. I gave my son the Mountain Dew. It was like $32. I'm like, God damn, like we could have sat down at Chili's.
And got the drink for
Man, and
10.
fed the whole goddamn family.
And not only that, but you could also got the burger cooked to order. Cause me personally, I like my burgers medium rare. Either
Yeah,
medium rare or medium well. Like Chili's, they got the smash burger right now.
yeah,
Yeah,
With the Thousand Island dressing on it. Shit tastes like the
yeah.
Big Mac, but it's better than the Big Mac.
yeah. It's got a good
And be
taste to
going to Chili's and getting
Cause
them burgers too. Dog. I
yeah,
remember like you going to Chili's. I'm like,
bro.
I'm about to give me a burger, dog.
Cause the three for me is $11. You can get the chips and the salsa. Well, first off, you get an appetizer. You get an appetizer.
Mm-hmm.
You get the burger and fries, and you get a drink for $11.
And keep in mind, if you get that wrench, you can get that wrench. I don't know if you ever dipped eight chips in that wrench. Oh my God.
I
That
always get the
wrench.
salsa. I never had it with the ranch. I
Nah, I
always
never
get
had
the
it in ranch,
salsa.
but the sauce is fire.
I
Man,
always get it with the
try their
salsa.
wrench, man. You'll never eat the sauce again. They
But
got the best wrench
I'm
you can
not big
get.
on ranch though.
Oh,
here's the
okay.
thing though. You go to one of these fast food places and they talking about $13, $15
Well,
nowadays. Like McDonald's prices are outrageous. I remember McDonald's used
great
to be able to go up in there for the cheap.
for
Now
the
you
low
get a
level.
damn Big Mac, the meal, and it's like
That's like
$12.
20
Like yo, I could literally go sit down and have a better burger
a
for
better
less
burger.
or the same price.
Hey.
Welcome to Good Burger.
McDonald's, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. When I go to come to McDonald's, only thing I get out of there is a quarter pounder. Now I get a quarter pounder made like a Big Mac. That's all I do.
Hey, but the quarter pounders back in the day used to be bigger, dog.
Yeah, but that quarter pounder, that's their best burger, man. Is that quarter pounder, man.
Yeah, the quarter
I,
pounder is fire. I ain't gonna lie to you.
yeah, that quarter pounder is like crack.
Yeah.
That is just like
You think it's how they cooking it nowadays, where it's like maybe the damn patties are shrinking or something?
They
gotta
cook.
be though.
I
And
don't
like you
know.
remember how big the quarter pounder used to be?
No,
It
you gotta
used to be
remember
a
though, we
quarter
was little
pound when
kids,
you
Tommy. That's all, Tommy. We was little kids. That's all, man.
not hell no, dog.
They also probably used to have a little bit more liberty with the way in which they used to make the damn burgers too. I think that
Oh yeah.
possibly could be the case now, but now it's like, nah, we got to make sure this shit is exactly a quarter pound. Like everything is very precise and in
It's
accordance to whatever the standard is.
I ain't
That's
gonna
a
lie.
good
The only
thing.
thing that I'd say about McDonald's was one day I left a freaking cheeseburger in the car and I forgot about it. It was underneath the seat. I
Uh-huh.
found it. That bad boy looked like the same cheeseburger I ordered a long time ago. That bad boy
Yeah,
didn't look like he had no decay at all.
it's not food, man. It's funny you say that, man. Y'all probably gonna laugh when I tell you this, but I done made up in my mind, man. I'm about to try to get back in great shape like I used to. And it's funny, you gotta change the way you eat, man, and the way you look at stuff. You really gotta change the way you eat, man. That's crazy.
Oh, for sure. Well, that's what my man Ant. He one time like Ant was gone for a while, dog. He had did an overhaul and everything, not just like the 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 formats, the social media outlets, but what he was putting into his body as well too, and what he was allowing to come into his whole realm, dog. And you ain't never lied, man. Some of the stuff that we eat is processed like a mug, so much so.
Oh yeah.
It's not food, man. That's just what it is. It's not food. That's the part that'll
Well,
blow your mind when
you
you
know
really
their
eat
whole
it.
thing. You know what their whole thing is, man. It's about that bottom line and
For
trying to
sure.
preserve things as long as they can to increase that shelf life, so they can
Exactly.
sell it for longer. That's where the real issue is. And then here's the other thing with the processing is you got a lot of things that are in there, good things that get cut out as a result of the process. And that's where the real issue with the processing is. It's not so much like just all of the additives and the preservatives, but all of the shit that's getting cut out.
My man, Billy said the fish fillet is fire too.
Hey,
I
hey, what she order?
Fish fillet.
Hey, the Chick-fil-A's be banging.
I ain't gonna lie, man. One time I went and got a fish fillet, and this guy I was working with got a double. Man, you get you a double fish fillet, man. That bad boy is crazy.
Yeah, that fillet of fish is fire, man. My mom used to love that dish. I'm like
Yeah.
going to McDonald's, bring me back a fillet of fish.
I might have to get me one. It's been a minute since I had
You
one. I had a damn. I ain't gonna lie though.
know,
I had a what's the name not too long ago. I had a catfish po' boy from
Oh, from
Hook and Rail.
Popeyes?
Not from
For
Hook
real?
and Rail. There's a place you
Looking
ever
real?
Hook and Rail.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
that
Is that
fast
a
food
chain?
place, y'all
Is
got
that
one of
a
them now?
chain? Is that a chain or is that a mom pop?
It's a chain. It's a chain. It's a sit down place, like similar to like Chili's, Applebee's, and all that stuff. But
Looking
they,
real. I'm gonna check that
yeah,
out.
they deal with seafood. Hook and Rail. Yo, that po' boys, fantastic.
My
I had a catfish po' boy, shit was fire, and I had a fried shrimp po' boy, fire.
Mm.
I had a crawfish pro boy down in Houston. Oh my god. I can't believe how good that. I ain't even supposed to be eating no bottom feeders like that.
You don't deal with the sea roaches.
No, man. Hey, no. We ain't supposed to eat that junk, man. Those is bugs, man.
Hey.
If it ain't got no gill, if it ain't got no gill or scales, we ain't supposed to be eating that junk.
Yeah, but they serve a purpose though. You know, they serve a purpose. They out here cleaning things up. Even roaches serve purpose.
Oh yeah, they do. He said, lightweight and heavyweight titles on the line. That sounds sus. No, oh, he said, Bruce Gas number 8, no fast food. Hey, you right about that, man. That fast food, man, it's the devil, man. What my uncle used to say, you want to McDoubles? He used to call Taco Bell, Taco Hell.
Yeah, Bentley. In and Out is overrated, man. I've never been a big fan of In and Out. I don't even know how this is won the burger moniker of the best burger. That's garbage.
That Trill Burger, man. I don't know if Von B will be able to replicate that worldwide. I mean, countrywide, but my God.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it can.
But it's in the hood, though. That's the only bad part. It's in the
All right,
hood.
question though. You said the fries was What would be the suggestion for them in order to improve the fry game at
Uh, they,
Trailblazer?
they gotta like it's like you ever had them cheap, crunchy Cajun fries that you get out the bag? Y'all know what I'm talking about from like Save a Lot. We all from the hood. I know we all done had those.
Yeah, the
You know,
frozen fries. Frozen fries.
Yeah, that's what they was. They had them frozen. Hold on, we got a little sound.
Like some joints from like Dollar General,
Yeah. You got
Family
it. You
Dollar.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. It was like some cheap fries, but the bun, the burger, you know what, man? The burger was so good. It was like almost shocking. To tell you the truth. That's the best way I can put it. It was like, you know how you eat something, you hear people say, "Oh, this is the best in the world," and then you get it yourself and say, "Dang, they one line."
That would be the first time I had a damn Chick-fil-A sandwich, because I ain't gonna lie to you. The first time I had a Chick-fil-A sandwich probably in what, 2006. There were a
Yeah,
couple people that were ranting and raving about it when I was living down in Orlando. They was like, "Yo, you got to go to this place up the street, Chick-fil-A," and I'm like, "All right." It's like, "Nah, you got the best chicken sandwich." And I remember biting that shit. And I said, "Damn, like." And there's nothing on that shit too. That's the thing about the Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A's the original sandwich with just the 2 pickles. That's the only thing they put on them damn sandwich. They don't put no ketchup, no mustard, no barbecue sauce, nothing.
nothing,
Nothing
You
fancy.
Just
you
that
said
butter, the butter pickles, and I don't know what else they put in there. That boys was good though.
I, I don't know, man. One thing about I'm telling you, bro, when y'all eat that trail burger, you gonna be. I'm telling you, man, it was just like whoa. And then the part that got me, the doggone vegan one, was better than the regular one. It was like I don't know, man. I was in there like, dang,
Well, I
I was
mean,
like,
I can
wow,
kind of almost see it because if you got something that can take on flavor, like
yeah.
my aunt used to be big on tofu, and I looked at tofu and I was like, I I hated it, but it can absorb flavor. So like now, when you know that you got to add flavor to make something good, they probably
Yeah,
just doing more flavor to it, so it tastes better because you know it's absorbing more of the flavor that they got to do to make it not taste like it's a plant based option.
you know it. They definitely use portobellos and onions. That's something you can tell, like, because it was just like I said. There's no other way I can put it. It was probably a 5 out of 5 or a 10 out of 10. It definitely was like hands, and then it came out so quick, and for it to be perfect coming out that quick, I was shocked. I'm like, oh, it's about to be trash. So as soon as I see it come out that quick, oh, it's about to be trash. Get it, bite it, and say, oh, no wonder people waiting these long lines, man. It just made sense, man. It definitely made sense. But they got a place called Aunt Bill's in Houston. If you ever in Houston, man, go to Aunt Bill's. I'm talking about the best, and I'm not even a soul food type of dude to go get no soul food, man. I'm talking about the best dressing, the best greens, like soul food. I couldn't believe how good that place was. Out Bills, man. Crazy.
Man, ain't nothing like some good stuffing, man.
Oh
Stuffing,
man.
dressing, whatever the hell you want to call it. When it's good, it's good.
Yeah, it definitely is bomb, as they say, man. I'm talking about when you it was just I don't know. Aunt Bill's was second to none. Houston got, I thought Detroit had really good food. I mean, Michigan had good food, Detroit mainly, but Houston is right there, man. I think the food better in Houston than it is in Detroit.
Thomas Hearns definitely at ringside.
Yeah, Tommy Hearns is out there.
Yeah, what's
Man,
left of him for sure.
I could imagine that the food is fantastic out there in Texas. God damn.
Oh,
Shit,
you
not
better
just Houston,
believe it,
just
man.
Texas in general.
You better believe.
Furthest west I've been is Kansas City. And my homie took me to some barbecue place out there. That shit was A1. I said, God damn.
Kansas
Because up
City
here
better
in
barbecue.
up here in New York, man, it's a lot more of a international type of cuisine, you know? They don't really deal with as much quote unquote like American cuisine, like barbecue, stuff like that. You got like some barbecue places, but for the most part, there's a lot of ethnic food. Like you go to certain areas and it'll be like all West Indian shit. Like you got, like for example, like where I stay at, like right across you from each other. There's one place called Blaze, another place called Holland Bay. It's Jamaican food.
Yeah,
You know
Holland
what I
Bay is
mean?
good, man. They got the best rice and peas, man.
Then you got another place across the street called Shorty's, which is a Trinidadian place where they make like doubles and roti and shit like that. And then up the street, they got another place, M&K, which is Dominican food, where it's like mofongo, arroz con pollo,
That's fire.
stuff like that. You know what I mean? So we
That
don't really
almost got
have too
pollo.
many. Yeah, we don't really have too many like barbecue places like that, like authentic barbecue places.
Have you been to Hometown Barbecue? I think that's in the Bronx. You been to Hometown Barbecue?
No, sir. Shit. In the
Oh my
Bronx, most
God.
of the place I've been to in the Bronx was either all Caribbean or it was like Italian or pizza places. Oh, I gotta
Yo,
give
and
this one
they
exception.
Caribbean, they Caribbean
Juicy for life.
like what you used to though?
Yeah, yeah. It's like rice and peas, jerk chicken, curry chicken, cabbage. They be selling
Yeah.
peanut punch and sorrel and all that stuff. A lot of
The
places don't
burger
really
be
sell like the
authentic.
fritters and yeah, of course, because you know it's a big West Indian population up here in New York, especially in certain areas in the Bronx, like Gun Hill Road, and then when you're out there in Brooklyn, places like Canarsie and Flatbush.
I don't think nobody in Flatbush is from America, bro.
Hell no, like everybody from Flatbush, they from somewhere else. They either from
Guyanese, all that crap.
yeah, it's Guyanese people. You got some Puerto Ricans out there in Flatbush.
Ain't that African or something?
The Puerto Ricans, what Guyanese?
Yeah.
Nah, Guyana's like in Central America,
Oh,
like
okay.
around Panama and Nicaragua and all that shit, like between like Central America and South America. But they ain't nothing
Okay.
but black people, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the Panamanian people, they ain't nothing but niggas that speak Spanish.
Hey, niggas out in Spanish.
That's all it is. Like people be thinking it's something special. Like no, like y'all ain't nothing but dark skinned people that speak Spanish. Like knock
Oh,
it
don't
off.
let them
Y'all
tell
ain't
you
special.
that. Me not black. Me not black. Me not black. They gonna tell you that all day. Me not black. Especially them dark Dominicans, man. That's the first time I ever seen dudes would not be here speaking Spanish. He'd be like, "Damn."
Yeah, you got a lot of Dominicans that are dark. You got a lot of Afro Cubans too.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you know it'd be funny. I hate when the Spanish people call you what is it, Morenos? You Morenos? I think that's they're calling us black or something or Negro. I hate that crap.
Moreno means black. It's not what's the name though. It ain't it's not derogatory. It's pretty innocuous.
I know, but I'm just saying you don't want to hear that crap.
Bentley say Houston known for their food, man. He love going to Houston.
Who said
Oh, we
that,
got
Bentley?
Cash Sports to buy. Yeah, Bentley. Puto up in here too. We got Cash Sports, the Box Dorian up in here. Got D
Oh, he
for
came. He
Nicky
came to hang
freaking
out with
win.
the brothers. He came to hang out with the brothers. Not Cash
Yeah,
Sports.
yeah, yeah.
You up late,
You
old
know,
man.
yo, let me resurface the link so that they can
Oh
possibly
yeah,
come up while
you
and
definitely
cook
gotta come
on
up here. You definitely
while
gotta come up here, Cash.
Clarissa Shields, let's get it.
yay the
It'd be
Grizzy.
cool if she got knocked out, but I don't think she would.
Clarissa Shields, there is no way in hell Clarissa Shields is 5'6". I just don't
No,
see it.
No, she not
And
5'6". She
She
like
and
five.
she
Like
she
5'7",
itty bitty, man.
5'8". She not 5'6".
She itty bitty, man. She about 5'8". She real little.
my
She
man
like
D Frizzle.
like
What's
7.
good with you, baby boy?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
Hey, you got something on your head, man. You might want to burn whatever that is, bro.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
called BVO Face.
I'm gonna step on you, man. I can't wait, man. You talking so crazy. You about to get stepped on, free. Just know you about to get stepped on, dog.
You wish.
Hey, man, you know, D Free that he can beat me in debate.
You said what now?
I said D Free that he can out debate me about the history of boxing.
Hey man, you got to admire a man with confidence, man.
Hey,
Hit the
we
wrong goddamn button.
The
an
problem is,
Asiatic black man.
I'm debating a kindergarten.
Oh boy,
Ooh, Clarissa looking comfortable too. She out there with the damn Cartier frames on and shit.
I hope she
She got
don't
the
go in.
bus. She got
I
the
hope
bus on.
trying to be too
Yep.
cute and get hit with a big shot.
You explain like that?
This is a heavyweight. This is a heavyweight.
And when she came
old
out with
girl
a
can
fake
hit.
collar,
Yeah, she
No, I'm
did.
just saying it's heavyweight. I don't know how hard she punched, but it's heavyweight. So
yeah,
it
you
ain't
right
like
about that.
it ain't like a 168 pounder.
Oh, she coming out here like Apollo Creed, huh?
She looked blown up, man. She don't look like she had her natural weight at all. She just looked blown up.
Hey, that's probably a lot of weight to put on. Is she a heavyweight? What's the parameters for women on heavyweight?
I think it's 200. I think it's
For
200.
real?
Yeah.
I don't know.
God,
It might. Is it that heavy?
I don't think they got cruiserweight. I don't think they got cruiserweight at in the women's. I think they got light heavyweight and then it's heavyweight. I don't think they got cruiserweight. They might, but I've never heard of a cruiserweight woman.
damn, she's 200 right now.
D for the win, aka
D for the whistle.
that's the real T'Challa right there. D for
I
the
mean,
win.
they're gonna say her weight. So I mean, you'll see it. They're gonna say
Big
her weight.
low.
Yeah, there's gonna be a revelation. I think you may be correct though, Deep Free, because I know for sure, at least on the MMA side of things, that was part of the controversy with homegirl Chris Cyborg.
Yeah,
They only had like 4 fucking divisions
Yeah,
right.
for the
strawweight
women.
stuff for
Yeah, so they had to cut a lot of weight, some of them, in order to compete. And I wouldn't be surprised if with women's boxing it's the same thing. You see the restrictions when it comes to the minutes. The WBC was not trying to give them that 3-minute fight. They were not trying to sanction that shit whatsoever. Like, no, we will not hear it. So
Man, it's wild because Amanda Serrano don't want to fight for WBC because they're trying to keep her safe. That's crazy.
I mean, she did it in 2 fights, but those fights was one of them I believe was in her home country. I believe she did one of them in her home
In
country,
Brooklyn?
no home
No, I'm
country,
talking about country, Puerto Rico.
not home city. I said home country.
Oh, okay. Puerto Rico's a country. My bad. I didn't know that.
What you thought Puerto Rico was?
I thought it was like a province or something, like a state.
It's a country.
How's it a
Same
country that's part of the United States?
like Dominican Republic is a country.
Yeah, but Puerto Rico is part of America.
Yeah, they part of America. So is Jamaica, but Jamaica is its own country.
Jamaica ain't part of America, bro. The Chinese own Jamaica. Hey, Ann, what you think about that, man? Ain't you Jamaican?
shit, they were under the British control for the longest time, up until like, Jamaica's Independence Day was only like fucking 50, 60 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the fruit they got on Jamaica. Fuck.
They
They got
really
some.
doing. The Chinese own Jamaica, man. How you gonna let somebody build a highway and they make all the money from the highway in your country? Who does that?
A lot
Wow,
of
man.
countries does that.
No, they've been out there for a minute. The Chinese, they've been out there.
But they teaching the kids Mandarin in the school.
The people from India, the people from Syria, they've been out there for a little minute.
Yeah, it's sad.
Oh
Man. Jamaica's a
wow,
beautiful
yeah.
place.
She put on a lot of weight to get up there.
Yeah, she blown up. Do you see how blown up she is?
I told you. I said it's like
Wow.
2.
Man, you might be right, Free. She might be about 200.
I mean, but for a woman, it's not a lot for them to put on get on 200 pounds, especially at 5'8". At like 5'7", 5'8", a woman that's thick, you would say, okay, shorty thick, but you wouldn't think she's
Yeah,
200
she
pounds.
heavy. Yeah, she heavy for sure.
Yeah,
They could be up to 250 sometimes. The real
yeah,
thick
they could be 200
Yeah,
pounds.
depending on how they carry it. And then here's the other part of it too, just biologically, with with them carrying children, a lot of times it's actually necessary to be able to put on that type of weight. Got to be
Yeah.
able to support more than just one person.
I mean,
So
some women,
Yeah,
some
salute
women
Bentley. Hey, you right about that,
top,
Bentley, for sure.
carry it
They
down
got
low.
great food. They had great food in
Yeah, some women
Houston.
carry it up top, some women carry it down low. Then you got some that
yeah,
carry it in both spots.
I mean, it's like Kevin Samuels said. Sometimes they carry in the good looking places, but it's still weight is weight.
Yeah, like a man put on 200 pounds, you could say you be like, dang, dude,
Nigga
you put on
will
some.
look like SpongeBob.
Woman put if a
That
woman
brother
get up
said
to 200
SpongeBob.
pounds, you be like, man, I didn't know she was 200 pounds. I'm thinking she like 170, but she
Hey,
200
real
pounds.
talk. When I remember one time I went to the grocery store, it was a thick ass bro. Boy, she was big, but she
Yeah.
had shape. Like her
Yeah.
shape was still hourglasses, dog, and she just was a big girl, man. But yeah, she was. You could see it was
Shorty was
very much
built
in
like a
portion.
pear. Built like a
Yeah.
pear.
And the first thing they're gonna tell you, want my measurements?
Oh no, she knew she was bad. So she was pretty and she was dark. Like she was
Like that.
like, oh man, her skin was so freaking pretty. It was ridiculous.
This girl that Carissa's fighting, she's solid. It's not like she's like solid.
She look like a block.
Oh, she the champ, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's short.
Okay.
She's short than Carissa. She's shorter than Carissa, but she's
Not
solid.
Clarissa. Oh, dog. They said, and you said they said she's 5'6".
No, she ain't no 5'6", dog. She not 5'6".
That's
She
what
might
the
be 5'10".
zone had up. That's what the zone had up in the tail of the tape. And I'm like, ain't no damn way, because I just saw them face to face at the damn at the weigh-in, and
No,
Clarissa
she
looked like she had, quite a few inches on her. So
But she had some heels on
Definitely
too.
be true.
She had on
Carissa's
some high heels too.
at least 5'8". She not no 5'6". She's at least 5'8".
right.
She's
And I've
matter of
seen
fact,
her side
matter of
by
fact,
side with like Shakur and Bud and a couple of
that's
them
what I'm
other
about to say.
guys.
I seen her standing next to Bud, and they like the same height. And Bud is 5'8". They like the same height. I seen them standing next to Bud.
I ain't gonna lie, I
Yeah,
got the
but
fight on,
5'8".
and I'm watching this Batman animated series. I forgot how dope this was.
Oh boy,
What's
I heard.
been going on, Free?
I just got finished celebrating my older stepson birthday. We just got back from PA. He
Hey
stay
man,
out. Yeah,
happy birthday, belated birthday to him.
Man,
he just turned 28.
how Miss Free doing, man?
Huh?
How's Miss Free doing?
Man, nothing. She chilling.
She's straight, huh?
That's good to hear, man. That's really good to hear.
Out there, they had he had a pool party. So we went to the pool, a little
In
splash park.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah, they got a splash
Oh, it's
park
hot
right.
everywhere, huh?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
it
like
is.
86 degrees today.
It was 91 in Cleveland today. Yeah, it's hot. And it was funny. It was raining and
It's
cold in Houston,
106
man.
out here.
It was raining and cold in Houston. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was 86 today. I mean, it was. I mean, we had fun. I went off the high dive a couple of times. The they was like,
Hey,
"Oh,
well,
you
how
ain't."
was the high dive?
It was 12 feet. The pool was 11 and a half.
Oh, you can swim, huh, Free?
Yeah, yeah. Be quiet. Yeah, yeah, I could swim.
I better be
So
swearing
wait,
them
you
dogs
was
ain't
a
they
Marine
kids.
though, wasn't you a Marine? Free?
No, I was in the army.
Oh, the Army. Okay, that's what's up.
No, but I mean, you still had to swim. I mean, it's for
You said,
different training. You had to do water training and stuff like that.
hell yeah.
And them dogs spoiled. When you see D Free get together, he know he's spoiled them to death. Now you know that.
Damn, she got guns.
Yeah, she do.
Hopefully this weight gave her some little punching power.
This is all like I want her to fight that girl that knocked her down, Gabriel. So what that her name?
And the
She only
Gabriels,
Yeah, the one that knocked her down.
hell yeah.
She
I
should
think
fight
she
her again.
undisputed champ too. I don't know what division she at, but I think she undisputed.
She had light heavyweight.
So
They
she
was
skipped all the way past her to get. I got it though. I feel I ain't mad at her because it's still a belt.
that's who she was supposed to fight when Hannah Gabriel popped dirty. She was supposed to
Yeah,
fight
she
Clarissa.
popped dirty. Yeah,
I'm
I was
surprised she
waiting to
popped
see that
dirty.
fight too, man, because that was a great fight. The first fight around.
She about to win. I thought she was gonna win at first. Hey, who's your favorite Batman villain, Ant?
You said what?
Who your
Yeah,
favorite
and
Batman villain?
Yeah, Clarissa got hurt by like 2 inches.
Yeah. Who is yours, Phil?
Hold on. If Clarissa 5'6", how tall is the goddamn ref?
Yo, D Free, they had Clarissa and her opponent at the same height. I don't see it. I don't
No,
know
so
who the hell. I don't know who put that
the ref is like
information
5 foot.
in the tail of the tape.
So the ref is 5 foot because they towering over the ref.
yeah, they are. Hey, and you a big Batman fan?
They about to fight right now. No go. Salute to my brother. No go, man. Welcome to BVO Boxing, man.
My favorite superhero has always been Wolverine.
No. I said, who your favorite Batman villain?
Batman villain?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Joker by far.
Yeah, I like the Joker, but I also like my nigga Dr. Freeze, man.
She's swinging bombs at Clarissa. Clarissa keeping that jab out there. She's swinging
Why my
bombs.
man look like Mathis though?
Oh,
That nigga five.
He do
nice.
like Judge Mathis. Well, hey, you know what Judge Mathis always say? That's a crackhead move. He always calling somebody a crackhead. That's a crackhead move.
Smoke crack, don't you?
Jump up, no jump.
So Mathis,
Clarissa popping her with that jab like a mug.
that's her greatest thing. Now she got the jab that they say Devin Haney had.
She better keep that jab because that girl is throwing bombs.
She coming in with them Lemieux. Damn, look at the thigh, the calf on that girl.
She
You know,
trying.
I always wonder, and you never answered this question, Thomas. Here.
Yeah, homegirl got tree trunks for calves for sure.
Yeah,
Why does Tank want to be undisputed now that Devin
she
Haney?
like she could play a running back.
Yeah. For the Commanders.
What you said about Devin Haney?
You know, the Browns, we about to win it all. I seen Nick Chubb, man. He looked great.
That's all it out, dog.
Clarissa got her in the corner. She welling on her. Carissa's throwing shots. A bunch of shots. God, dog. Ooh!
This is so overmatched, man. This is another overmatched fight, man. Like, this girl ain't got a chance.
Hey, I hope Clarissa keep her head on her shoulder because that girl is just waiting for one shot. She just swinging bombs. She just waiting for one shot.
Hey, they showed Razor Ruddock Tyson's clip where Razor Ruddock was throwing punch after punch after punch, and that fool Tyson landed one. He dropped him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Clarissa better keep her head on a swivel because old girls is looking for one shot.
Hey, I was asking you, hey, Ed, did you hear that question I asked you, brother? Oh, you watching the fight? And they hear me. Hey, I asked you, Tommy. Hey, Tommy.
What's up?
Man, so now that Devin Haney is gone, why do you take one to be undisputed now?
You said, what does Tank got to do to be undisputed?
I said, why does he want to be undisputed now that Devin Haney's not in the division?
I think what he wants to do is just clear out the division and then go up and fight the last people that's left on his list that from his class that they said he was ducking. But I think he want to close out as many of the belts as he can up there because most of them are held by people who they said that he wouldn't fight.
Yeah.
Or was there to fight. So, like, the only way Baranchich come into play is if he fight one of them other ones.
Clarissa dropped him.
Yeah, she fell. It's over. This overmatched like crazy. You see this fight?
So for me,
Yeah.
I think the play now, the smart play now for
She knocked her out. Clarissa knocked her out. This girl
Yeah.
went down hard. Oh, she got up. Oh my God, she went down hard.
It's over.
That weight definitely put some power behind Clarissa punches.
whoop that trick, get him, whoop that trick, get him.
Oh, she dropped her again. It's over. She stopped her. It's over. 3 stops. I mean, 3 drops. She stopped it.
Oh, that's why.
Damn, D, for you ahead of me. This all in the second round?
Yeah, stopped her in the second round. She dropped it 3 times and stopped it.
Yeah, she's punching her pretty hard. I had never seen her punch this hard.
Oh, she really gonna be talking her shit.
Yeah. You know what's so crazy? I will be coming home for vacation when the fight only 2 hours away. That sucks, man. That sucks, man.
Yeah, she got her with 2 good ones.
Yeah. Hey Billy, this wasn't no fight, man. This fight was super overmatched, Billy. This wasn't even no fight, man. This was they gave her that talk.
This was I want that Hannah Gabriel's next. Cause La Paz Jonis, she
Old girl tried to get Clarissa on the ropes. Clarissa caught her right in between the shot and caught her.
yeah, that first one it was ruthless. I think it was the hardest of the knockdowns for sure. And I don't think she wanted to go no more. She finally got that knockout, so yeah, she official now.
Yeah.
I bet you old girl ain't gonna say nothing about her power no more. What's your girl Bumgarner? She ain't gonna say nothing about Clarissa power no more.
Baumgartner, I don't even know what the hell she was that. She
got a fight. She got a fight coming up.
Yeah, but she never really wanted to fight that girl, Clarissa, man.
From what I'm hearing, she's supposed to be under Bill Haney now.
And that's not gonna get it done.
No, she stayed with her boyfriend Tony.
Who's the boyfriend?
Tony Harrison's her boyfriend. You didn't know that?
Man, I ain't know that they was boyfriend, girlfriend.
I don't know.
That?
I don't know what BVO talking about.
Y'all didn't know that? Seriously?
That it's official, BVO. You are just speculatory. You just speculate.
No, this is official. You don't remember when Adrian Broner was talking about it?
Oh, you go. There you go, man.
I'm not being funny. I'm being serious. That's his girl. That's Tony Harrison's girl.
Well, that's not what he was saying. He was saying she was everybody's girl. So
I ain't talking about that part. I ain't being disrespectful. That's you, Thomas. I don't want nobody
being
run up on me.
disrespectful,
I'm in Ohio.
I didn't believe nothing he said.
Hey, I don't want nobody run up on me. This is Thomas Hill saying that, not BVO.
Nah, if ever you in the same region as BVO, it was that nigga that came over here with this nonsense. Just respect your win. Have a great time celebrating that knockout victory. Lisa Left Eye Lopez right there.
Don't let me get knocked out because you being funny.
Hey, at 2K.
That's what they be doing, and that's what they do. These
hey, who won that fight with Michelle Rivera?
Oh, Rivera he put on the.
He looked phenomenal, man.
I watched some of it, but I was driving. I couldn't catch the whole fight. I think I stopped watching 6th round.
Rivera looked sharp, bro. He looked real good.
Yeah, you missed
Your boy Rodan was over there bringing the pressure too.
Yeah, I saw he was trying to catch him with a big shot, but Rivera was catching him with that jab and kept
in between game.
Rivera looked much better at that bigger weight.
Yeah,
he looked much better not being on them PEDs.
Man, he was on weight cutters. Dang, you always going in with somebody, man.
No,
he was on them.
He was on illegal drugs. You could say it was weight cut. You could say whatever you want. It was illegal. He looked much better not on them damn drugs. Them drugs had him looking like a daggone statue in the middle of the ring with Frank Martin. Frank Martin beat that dude like he wasn't even in the fight. I don't even know if he remember even stepping in the ring. That man got whooped from round 1 to round 12.
Yeah, that was a bad look for him. He couldn't move to save his life in that fight.
Yeah.
He probably had no energy.
I think them drugs had concrete in them. That nigga,
Hey, my man, look at, hey, who was that superhero that used to could make ground, make pavement and stuff like that.
Rivera he did 3 moves. Rivera did 3 moves. He put his guards up, head kept going back, and he turned. That's all he did the whole night. Guards up, head going back, turn. That man, that
I can
nigga
see
ain't.
my man Tommy on Captain Planet. Earth. Win. Oh man.
I know she loving this moment right now. She finally got a knockout. She gonna be popping her stuff.
She about to talk hella shit.
She
You know,
deserves it.
yeah.
She deserves it. I'm happy for her. She deserves it, man.
There go my boy over there that be getting his hair twisted in the videos.
Who?
This ninja right here.
Oh yeah. He said getting his hair twisted.
I still don't like what she said about Amanda. Amanda ain't do nothing to her.
That was foul, man. That was foul.
You talking about somebody?
Oh no. See, that's what I'm saying. But she understand the movement that is Amanda. Like the stuff she really be talking, Amanda be in the ring doing. Like I give Amanda her dap.
Yeah.
I give her dap. But like really, really doing things to try to push the woman forward, man, Amanda trying her best to put them on a platform where they can't F us over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just didn't like the fact she went at Amanda, and there's no way that y'all will ever fight.
Yeah.
You gonna go at somebody that you can possibly get in the ring with.
She can fight her. She go down to 40. If she go to 54, she can fight her.
And she can't, man, she's 200 pounds right now, dog. She
No,
can't
Amanda
get
ain't
there.
going to 54. Amanda ain't going to 54. She
Yeah.
just she's for one, Amanda's what, 35, 36 years old. She just made 140.
Oh,
She
okay.
just made 140.
Days love cute self.
Nah, she ain't going up. She ain't going up another weight class. Amanda gonna stay right where she's at, and she gonna finish her career right there, or she might go back down.
Yeah. But the greatest go up, man. And get some
Nah, she gonna fight. Oh, girl, she gonna beat the dogs out of her this time. I think she gonna retire after that.
Captain Planet. He's a hero. I can't get that song out my head. You ever seen that show, Captain Planet?
Yeah, I seen that show, Captain Planet play.
That's funny.
Super strong. She's super strong, baby.
What happened to Shakur, man? Y'all see he disappeared.
Hopefully that means he getting that fight with Tank. That's all I want to hear.
No, I got a video coming out. I gotta do a video. No, he might.
This
He in the
ain't no
drug block.
inside. There ain't no inside information. Don't be spilling no nonsense, dog.
I hope they did send him an offer. I hope they did.
No, I'm being serious. No, they sent him an offer. They sent him an offer.
I don't
That's
know
what
if
I
they
heard.
did it. I don't know if they did or didn't. I hope they did.
No, I'm telling you, they sent him an offer.
Who told you?
Man,
I'm
Who
not
told
gonna
you?
tell
said
you. Who told me on the
he
air?
don't know if it's true, but he hope that it's true because he
Who?
wants the fight to happen. D free, and I'm the same way. I don't know if it's true, but I really do hope that it's the fight to make. I
Yeah,
don't want to see them fight
unless
Pitbull. Huh?
unless Al Heyman or Tank Davis come out and say, yeah, we sent that man an offer. I'm not believing nothing none of these YouTubers say. Unless it's somebody that's in Tank's camp and say, yeah, we sent him an offer. This is what the offer was. But until something like that happens, I'm not believing none of these YouTubers. That's for sure. Because they be speculating like hell. Gonna find out they be dead wrong. Well, we do know for sure who got an offer and it has been accepted, and that's daggone Belanga. That's horrible.
Oh, we knew he was gonna
getting
fight him.
30%. He getting 30%, man. That's crazy.
That's
Who
horrible.
gets 30%?
They doing 70-30 on that fight.
For Belanga?
Yeah, he only getting 30.
So I mean,
That nigga only get 30 of a Canelo fight?
That's it.
Oh, he fortunate to get 30, dog. That's a lot of money.
That's good.
That's a lot of money.
Man, he only gave my man Jamel what 26.
No.
What?
Canelo being stingy, man.
That's good for that man to get 30% because it should have been 90-10.
It should have been.
It should have been 90-10. He's lucky he got 30. He better not. I mean, you ain't see no complaints from him. He's like, oh, what? You give me 30? Bet.
He getting 30 to get his ass knocked out.
I know for a fact I'm gonna walk away with at least probably about 20. Off of 30%, I'm gonna walk away with at least probably like 20. That man about to get a nice little bag.
Yeah, because Canelo was doing what he been trying to do is them flat fees. Guys ain't taking those flat fees no more. I don't know why, but they're not.
Went there. This fight was garbage,
When a opponent is not a mandatory and you're not a big time fighter, you're not an A-class fighter, nobody's calling for that fight, you shouldn't complain about any offer that's given to you. You shouldn't complain about any offer.
Honestly, to that point, even further, if the most you've ever been made and been given in a fight is $3 million, and somebody offer you 6, that's double what you've already made. How can you turn that down?
No, you can't. You can't.
Not enough, Tommy.
Like I don't even think Belanga even got $1 million for a fight. I don't think he's even got
not
$1 million.
never.
No, it's how his pay. It's how his pay was 800,000.
I think
So,
yeah. So for him to get 30% of a Canelo fight, it's gonna be more than every fight he's ever fought combined.
yeah, ever, and it's gonna be ever. He's never gonna make that much money in a fight. Period.
Why is Canelo doing that though? He like being kind of stingy with the money, man. Like he only gave Jamel 26 million.
If he walks away from this fight making $10 million, that's more than every fight he's ever made combined.
Dog, if you get 26% of a fight for Canelo, you're making a lot of money, bro.
All that fight got to do is at least 500,000. 20% of 500,000. No, he's coming out with a nice chunk of change.
And you know the pay-per-view gonna be almost $100.
Yeah, it's gonna be $80. That's only gonna be $80. It's gonna be
So,
$79.99.
yeah, that nigga making out. He happy as hell. He about to get his ass knocked out and get paid.
Matter of fact, I can tell you right now, $80 times 500,000 divided by 20%. Oh shit! No, I said divided. I mean times 20%. I'm tripping. Times 20%. That man's making $8 million. If he was to get 20%, he's making $8 million. So you add another 10%, he's walking away with somewhere around 15 million. I mean it's like 14. He probably getting like 14, 13 million dollars. And that's just off the pay-per-view.
Yeah, they got more fighters fighting.
That's why your boy want to fight him right then and there.
That man's getting $12 million just off the pay-per-view.
But want to fight him because one fight give you $12 million, dog.
And that's only if it does 500,000. It's probably going to do more than that. But if it does only 500,000, he's walking away with 12 million.
That's why it makes no sense for me why he will not do that fight with Benavidez.
No, Hey Bentley, I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just going according to what BVO said. BVO said he's getting 30% for the Canelo fight. So if he is getting 30%, and that fight does 500,000 pay-per-view buys, he's getting $12 million. So I believe that it's probably going to do somewhere around 600,000 pay-per-view. It's going to do somewhere around because you got the Mexican and you got the Puerto Ricans. They're going to buy the fight because it's a Puerto Rican fighter. And then the Mexicans, they already support Canelo. He already do roughly around 500,000 by himself. So it's going to do somewhere around 600,000 pay-per-view buys. He's going to probably walk away with like 15 million.
You gonna buy that fight, Creed, me and Puerto Rican?
Huh?
So you gonna buy that fight?
Am I buying it?
Yeah.
Hell no, I ain't buying that goddamn fight. No, why would I want to waste my money? I don't buy trash. Why would I go out and buy trash? I got a bunch of trash in my daggone trash can right now. Why would I go buy trash? I'm not buying a fight where I already know what the outcome is going to be. I know that Berlanga ain't good enough to beat Canelo. If he shocked the world, so be it. I'll watch it on the replay. But I ain't paying for it. I am not paying for it. You buying the fight? That's the question. Are you buying the fight?
No, I think I'm gonna boycott that fight. To be honest with you.
You gonna ask me am I buying it? No, I'm not buying a fight unless it's something I want to see. I would. No, this fight is so bad. I'd rather see Bud versus Canelo. I'd rather see Bud versus Canelo.
That's the
At least
fight
I
I
know
want to.
Bud. At least I know Bud got the skills to possibly beat Canelo. He got the skills to possibly beat him. Berlanga, I don't know if Berlanga got the skills to beat Canelo. He got a big punch, but I don't know if he got the skills to beat Canelo.
Man,
His only hope is that he can land a big punch and Canelo can't stand up to it.
He ain't fought nobody. He's a bum. He's a bum, man.
That's the problem with Berlanga. He's only hoping that Canelo don't stand up to his punch. But we haven't seen Canelo hit the canvas ever in his career. We've seen him get rocked once when he was like 19 years old, but we have never seen him hit the canvas ever in his career. So I mean, I don't know. That's like going out there and putting $1 on a lottery ticket thinking you're gonna hit the lottery. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I mean I I commend you on the faith, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. He said he said Edgar is only good in the first round. Yeah, yeah. That's what I said. He hope he can land that big shot in the first round because when it gets to round 3, 4, and 5, that man gonna be gassed out. Canelo gonna work that body and gonna gas him out.
Yeah. Dude is garbage. I mean, so another easy fight for Canelo.
And I seen Edgar Berlanga get dropped multiple times.
Yeah. By nobody's.
Yeah, they wasn't as good of a skilled fighter as Canelo, and they dropped him. It was two different fighters dropped him, not just one, two different. I didn't see Edgar lose his daggone temper, and bite somebody on the ear. I didn't see that man. No, I don't think he's gonna beat Canelo.
I'm kind of surprised you going out on your Puerto Rican brother like this.
I rather bet my money on Shakur beating Tank before I think Edgar's gonna beat Canelo.
I don't see how Shakur can win.
Huh?
I said I don't see no way that Shakur can win that fight.
No, there's a way he can win. That's why I said I would rather spend my money on betting on Shakur to beat Tank than Edgar Berlanga beating Canelo. There's a way that Shakur can win. Will it happen? We don't know. but there is a way he can box and stay on the move the entire fight. All he got to do is land a jab and continue to move the entire fight. If Tank Davis can't corner him and stop him from moving, Shakur can win that fight on points by just keeping a jab in Tank face and moving like he did with Ortiz. I mean De La Santo. Like he did with De La Santo. If he can do that with Tank, he can win.
Yeah, but you want to cut that ring off. You can't run from Tank.
Yeah, I mean, it's all predicated on whether or not Tank can do anything to change it. And that's what everybody really speaks to, the fact that Tank don't have the ability to do anything to change something that somebody has advantageous on. And that's why the fight needed to happen, because I find that absolutely poppycock, and I can't wait for the fight to happen.
I don't think Shakur can avoid Tank for 12 rounds. I don't think he can avoid Tank for 12 rounds. I think he can probably avoid him for about 4 or 5 rounds, and then the fight is going to happen once round 5 hit. Once round 5 hit, that's when the fight going to start. You're going to see Tank starting to step to Shakur, working that body, and Shakur is not going to be able to use his legs because his legs is going to be spent. He ain't gonna better do it. He's gonna have to sit in the pocket and hope that he can make Tank miss. I think his legs are gonna get spent early in that fight.
But he's definitely gonna have to be in excellent shape, and both of them too in that regard. Like both of them gonna have to be in prime peak conditioning.
Yeah, I just think Tank is too good of a fighter for Shakur at this point in his career. Like everybody say Tank Davis hasn't fought nobody, but then I look at Shakur's resume, I'm like, he hasn't fought anybody either. What makes you think that what he did with those level of fighters, he can do that with Tank Davis? Tank Davis is a much better fighter than everybody that he's fought on his resume. And I mean, that's why I sit here, I look at it, I'm like, dog, I'm looking at the level of fighters that Shakur did it. When he get in there with guys that's closer to his level, he don't do the same thing that he did with those lower level. Shakur is more defensively, and he doesn't let his hands go as much. We saw what happened when he was in there with Artem. He let his hands go a little bit because Artem wasn't a big puncher like that. He didn't have something to be worried about. So, but when he in there with somebody he got to worry about, I don't think he could do it.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. And the thing too, on top of that, be like, that's when there's a reason for it to happen come out, and that's what oftentimes make it look like it's disingenuous.
Yeah.
Because you were supposed to handle it, and it didn't even look like he paid close to even handling it.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I wasn't upset with his fight that he had with Artem. I thought Shakur beat Artem 12 rounds. I wasn't upset. Like I said, compared to what the De Los Santos fight was, it was like night and day. I wasn't upset. I just criticized him because you said you was going to knock him out, and there was an opportunity that you could have knocked him out, and you didn't do it.
And then afterwards, it's because the hands were hurting.
Yeah, that's the only. And see, that's another thing. You can't have no goddamn brutal hands fucking with Tank
Corey
Davis.
Tanks.
That can't happen.
Salute my guy. Yeah, you're right about that, man.
Because if you got brutal hands and you scared to let your hands go because you don't want to hurt your hands, Tank is going to walk straight through you. He's going to walk straight through you. Oh, you not throwing nothing back? Bad. I ain't got to worry about nothing then. He going to walk through you. So, nah, he has the attributes to beat Tank, but can he put it all together on that night? I don't think so. I don't think he can put it all together on that night. And if he do it, more power to Shakur.
Yeah, he gonna get all respect.
Yeah.
See, for me, like, man, I don't like to devalue people because
And I'm not going to devalue him if he lose the Tank because I believe Tank is a better fighter than him. So he's supposed to lose. I believe Tank is a better fighter than him, so he's supposed to lose. That's the problem that I have with a lot of fans. If you say that this guy's a better fighter, and then we see him in there with somebody else who's a decent fighter, and they beat him, he's a bum. No, he was supposed to lose. That guy's a better fighter. He was supposed to lose. The the
Hey
the,
man,
the bigger problem would have been if he would have lost. That would have been the bigger problem.
and that's the thing for Tank. Like, if you do lose, it's gonna be like a day of reckoning coming for him because there's so many people can't wait to just put that on him.
Yeah, it depends on how he loses. Because if Tank Davis just go in there and just get clearly outboxed, everybody gonna say, "See, we told you Tank Davis couldn't deal with a boxer." But if Tank Davis go in there and Shakur, quote unquote, runs the entire fight and just throw a couple of jabs and stay away from Tank Davis, they're gonna be like, "Okay, Tank Davis, you should have be able to cut the ring off. We thought you was better than that." It's not gonna be the same as him just getting clearly outboxed. So it depends on how Tank lose, and it also depends on how Shakur lose. If Tank coming in, he touch you one time and your ass hit the canvas, we gonna be like, "Oh yeah, Shakur. That's why you stayed away from big punchers. That's the reason why, because you don't have a chin." Because Shakur never really got hit on the chin. He got hit to the body, and he felt the power from the fighters, and he was like, "Oh hell no, I'm not standing there. I'm not standing there. I'm gonna get on this bike and I'm just gonna outbox you." But when he got guys that he know that don't have power, he'll stand in the pocket and just outbox them from the pocket. So I mean, it's a fight that everybody want to see. It's similar to the Devin Haney and Tank Davis. I mean, not a lot of people they kind of turned off from that fight because they saw what happened with Devin and the Ryan fight. But it's still an intriguing fight because Devin Haney is much taller and longer than Tank Davis. Can Tank Davis get on the inside? If Devin Haney have that same game plan that he had with Garcia, it's going to end bad for him because I don't think he's going to get back up. He got up with Ryan. I don't think he's going to get back up with Tank.
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly. He gotta like do some introspective training. He gotta think about like really like his take on how you light years are better above and beyond these fighters, and your boxing is so superb that you can't be taken advantage of. Because I mean that damn test just gave them validity to say like, nigga, you really didn't beat me. But people who saw the fight know what the fudge happened, and whether the Mickey Fricky was on something or not, dog. If you should be able to avoid a left hook, especially when you know that's all you're about to throw on you.
Exactly. That's what I said. They were like, "Oh, it's the PEDs. It was the weight." Dog, what happened to the ring IQ?
Yeah, what was that?
I understand the man cheated, but what happened to the ring IQ? What happened to the boxing ability? Where'd that go? The PEDs and the weight didn't make you lose your ring IQ and your boxing ability.
Thanks.
I mean, like when you stayed on the outside and boxed them, you was winning the fight. You was winning the rounds.
Yeah,
It's when
clearly.
you stood in the pocket too long. He caught you. He waited for one shot. We all know what he was going to do. He was going to swing that left hook. That's the only shot he had to win. And he swung it, and every time he swung it,
See,
you let him connect.
see the thing too, man, with the fight, watching it and how it transpired too. If Ryan would have threw that right, that would have got ugly real quick because the right was open as well, man. He was open and susceptible to right hand. Like I
And
don't know if that.
that's
I
another
don't,
thing. Devin's always been accessible to getting hit with the right.
yeah,
Because if you look at the Jojo Diaz fight, Jojo Diaz
yeah,
hit
exactly,
the entire night. That was the only shot
exactly,
that Jojo landed was the right hand.
yeah. And that's why I was telling a lot of people, man, when I would discuss it with them, like, man, it's just if you look at similar fights with people of similar stature and similar stances, this is a problem for him, and it's often occurring, and it's coming from people who do not have what this person has coming to the ring. It won't be nice if he don't address it. Period. Point blank. And this test result is almost like a way to put up a inhibition to say like, nah, I need to work on this. Like, oh, this only happened because he was tested positive. If he wouldn't have tested positive, then he would have got his ass beat just like everybody else. Nah, man.
Nah,
Nah, man.
now he might not. I mean, he might not have been as strong. I don't know what the effects of the PEDs had for him. I can't say that it didn't have no effect, and I can't say that it did. I don't know. We will have to see how he looked in a fight with Devin Haney without any drugs in his system and being overweight. We will have to see how that fight looked. But right now, I'm just looking at the fact that you supposed to be the superior boxer. You supposed to have the better ring IQ, and it didn't show that night. It didn't show at all that night.
It doesn't show. And that's being unbiased as hell. And that's being fair as hell. It definitely did not show. And that's a fair statement. And
I
that's
mean,
no shade.
I was rooting for I was rooting for him when he got dropped. I was like, oh. When he got rocked in the first 30 seconds, I was like, already? I literally said that. I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, already? I'm like, come on. Dog, you about to let Ryan beat you like this? I'm like,
And that's what the church doing.
yeah, I mean, I see this is the problem with a lot of these new age fighters. They don't like to study their opponents. I mean, even though you know that Ryan only had a left hand, you need to know when is the opportunity that he's going to throw the left hand. What type of stance do he throw that left hand in?
Yeah, what's his telltale sign?
How does he set the left hand up? Do he wait for you to throw combination, then he throw the left hand, or did he just throw it straight off the rip? You gotta study your fighters. If you don't study the fighter that you're fighting, you're going in there fighting blind. You don't know what he like to do, so you fighting blind. You're like, well, I leave it up to my team. What if your team is tied that daggone week and they don't feel like studying? What if they tied? So you just leave it up to them. You ain't gonna study. You gonna leave it up to your team to study. Nah, you do your own due diligence. Study the fighters. If your team study, then y'all can say, okay, well, I saw this. You saw that. Well, let's see where we can meet it up at. Because I saw him do this in this situation, but you said you saw him do that in that situation. Let's go back and watch the film again. That's how you study your fighters. You see one thing, they see something else. But I mean, who am I? I just been watching boxing for 30 plus years. I mean, I don't know. I mean, most of the good fighters, they study their fights. I mean, you ask all the old fighters, did you study your opponent? Yep, I study everything about him. Muhammad Ali used to study everything about his opponents. He knew everything they did. He knew what club they go to on Friday nights. He knew what drink they like to drink. He knew everything about his opponent.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have nothing coming in here he ain't ready or prepared for.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know why people don't like to study fight. I don't like to watch film. Oh, okay. You fighting blind by not watching film. Let me see a daggone football team go out there and they don't watch no film on the team they about to play. I bet you they get their ass blown out. I bet you they get blown out. Unless that team is just purely trash.
Pause. Oh my God.
I knew you was gonna say something. I knew you was gonna say something.
That brother
But
said get
yeah,
their tail blown out. That boy, you talking like Thomas C right now.
unless that team is just purely trash, you gonna get the wheels blown off you, boy. You don't study your opponent.
Yeah, but when it comes to that coward, man, I don't even bring his name up. The fact that he feel like he can talk like that about black people, man, is crazy.
Yeah, I just
That's
and
the world.
now I hear he going on the daggone Rainbow Crew. I hear he talking crazy about the Rainbow Crew. He said they just a cult. I was like, oh, this dude got a death wish. He got a death wish.
Yeah. No, you can't talk about the rainbow people. That hurt you.
They gonna stop everything. They gonna stop you from making money any type of way you can make money. We've seen a lot of celebrities talk about the Rainbow Crew. What happened? A couple of weeks later or a couple of days later, I want to make a formal apology, and I shouldn't have said what I said. them, them niggas always come back and apologize. They always do. You can't talk about them dudes or females, whichever ones it is. You can't talk about them because they gonna hurt your pockets. They gonna hurt your pockets. But yeah. Hey, what happened in the Tashora fight? I think I saw somebody say that Joe Joyce got beat.
Yeah, Derek won.
Oh my god. This dude, this dude need to go ahead and retire. You let old dude dog Tashora he had like 13, 14 losses.
I don't know
This
how many
dude,
losses he had, but
God, dog, Joe Joyce, yeah, you need to go ahead and hang it up, dog. You ain't beat nobody of the top level. Nobody.
yeah. Joe Joyce, you know what though? The thing about Joe Joyce, man, he's so limited, man.
That man limited and he's slow. That man is dog. He is slow as molasses.
He really is.
You can hit that man 16 times before he get one jab out.
Yeah.
She said she put a bow on that girl. Yeah, she did. She showed everybody heavyweight is the weight that she need to be at because that's where her power is at. Is at heavyweight. Cause she caught that girl clean.
Yeah, Tom Aspinall just knocked out somebody, man. Yeah.
Maybe that's what the problem was. She was cutting so much weight that it took away from her strength.
Well, she gonna get in this ring with Hannah Gabriel's hopefully next, and we find out if it's
Yeah,
really real good.
yeah, because
Yeah.
Gabriel can bang for sure. She
And
can
she will
bang.
be there to
Gabriel's
get
put
it.
her down.
Huh?
I said Gabriel's the one put her down.
Yeah, she sat her down. I think was that the second fight of her career or third fight of her career.
I don't remember when, but yeah, she
Because I
said her
remember,
down.
I know the first fight of her career was against uh uh um what's my homegirl name from DC? Ah,
Are you talking about
franchise Cruz.
Punch On, yeah.
That was her first fight, and she beat her in the first fight. But I think Gabriel was like second or third fight, and she got sat down. She got back up and outboxed her, but she got sat down.
It was a great fight, man. I thought that fight was seriously close. But I will give her props. She did get out and outwork. She definitely outworked.
Yeah. Oh boy. But I'm about to get up off of here. I got some things I gotta do.
Yes, sir.
BBO, I will
But
see you on Monday for the daggone easy debate that I'm about to have, and I'm gonna show you how I do these things. You're gonna understand why
hey,
why
man,
they say D free is
it, it,
not
it
the way to
sounds
go.
good. Don't
Oh,
mess around and get
yeah,
stopped,
like
man.
I
That's
said,
all I say.
You gave me the debate. You gave me who I'm debating for. I don't know what the questions are, but I'm about to rock your world. You're gonna be like, man, how the hell this nigga do this? This nigga's really good. I can't believe he just did this shit.
We
That
shall
nigga
see,
said, oh,
man.
we
But
debating on
it's your
Floyd and
boy
Sugar Ray.
BBO.
You got Sugar Ray. I was like, how you gonna tell me who I got? We ain't gonna flip for it or nothing. Nah, man, you the master debater. You got Sugar Ray. Okay, I'm gonna show you. That's why the bet is once I beat you, you will from now on, every time we do a live, you will address me as the master debater. From now on.
Hey, the Puerto Rican's crazy, y'all. It's your boy BBO. It's your boy Thomas Hill, the philosopher, back from hiatus. And it's definitely my brother, the Puerto Rican Prince D. Free in the house. And we gone, y'all. Peace.
Peace.